Earlier today, Navi, who were they playing against? Someone else. The enemy team first picked A. You know what they did? They instantly called GG. They didn't know what to do,
Oh,
and that's how they lost one of their games today.
but now there's no ban yet.
That's true. That means that first pick does go to Navi. So if the A squeaks through, high chance they snatch that one up right away.
Yeah, they do ban his tree.
Hmm.
On RNG they ban the Navi tree, and his tree's crazy. So
What about the Razor though?
the razor or the axe.
And the X, yeah.
So in the game that I saw, they had banned. The enemy team picked A and they banned out Razor, so they still got Axe. Like they were maybe the most one-dimensional hero pick teams that I've seen, but maybe it's just because we see them a lot. And
It's also I don't think being one-dimensional is that bad if you are able to play other stuff. Like at the last major, Liquid was picking Weehaw a bunch of Windrunner, right?
mhm,
And it didn't really matter because no one banned the Windrunner.
mhm,
So if you're able to keep picking the same heroes, you pick them early. You don't need to last pick them. For Navi example, they're always picking a Razor in the first phase.
mhm.
So they don't need to change it if they're getting it first phase every game and they'll play it against everything. Uh, it starts becoming a problem when other teams are able to only ban your heroes, and then you can't play the other strong things. But I think Navi doesn't have that issue right now. So
You're
I think
talking about the Shiki Leshrac problem.
yeah, during TI5, right?
Yep,
Oh, look at what we have.
That's
A
not-
was open, but
that's on A.
yeah, it's not on AA.
So Purge thoughts?
I am ready to die. I've lived a good life. 31 and whatever. Are you really the right age? Shouldn't you be like your? No, I guess I'm right. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking like, shouldn't I need one more day to hit the correct age or something? I was thinking. I'm confused. Ignore me. It's too much to explain. Let's move on. It's not interesting. Just
Birthday math is
it's
a
my
little.
birthday. My math was wrong. I had like a. It's like you had like a math epiphany, and then you needed like 15 seconds to realize that you're wrong. That's all it is. That's
Mm,
literally what happened.
you're thinking like your birthday is like has to take a day after, right, or something like that
Yeah,
for
something
365
like
full
that.
days. Yeah.
And Febby's probably just ultra confused because they don't understand how
Well,
to do birthdays in Korea anyway. So.
I was thinking that you're maybe thinking about the China, because we're in China time zone right now.
Mm.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's actually a very good point. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a good 9 hours off of.
So is it your
NA.
birthday yet?
In this country, it is.
In America,
I don't know.
it's a 12-hour difference for you, right? Or 15.
Yeah, but it depends how the clock goes. It's like we're like probably
We're
4 or
15
5
you're
hours
you're
until
on
the dateline. It gets weird.
Mm,
So we're technically probably only off by like I don't know 8 hours from Pacific time, but
Yeah, but
it's really the
it
day
goes like
ahead
all the way
there.
back.
Isn't it a day ahead there?
No, day behind.
Day behind.
So
Shit's confused. Dude,
I
time
believe-
zones are literally the most confusing thing to me.
I believe it'll be your birthday at home in now. I believe it is now. So happy birthday again.
Wow, thank you. The double birthday.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. All right.
So Sanking Murana picked up. We talked about the Murana last series. Kind of stable hero. You can have a tri-lane with it even, I guess. I thought it was better in some dual lane with a strong stun. So RNG might look to dual lane it with a Sanking. You burst strike and then you arrow. And
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm-
magical damage against the Enchantress too, so
Where's
looks
the
good.
Where's the AA, guys? Oh no.
so Navi has deviated from their AA. Maybe it was the Razor. Maybe they need the Razor for their AA to work.
I don't know. That's definitely not it. It's definitely not it. I mean, it was a gang combo, right?
yeah, the Earth Split AA, Axe AA, like
Mhm.
for both sides. It looked amazing.
But
What-
Earth
what
Sphere
has
and
changed?
Axe are open.
Maybe they're worried about their lanes being stronger. So I mean, I don't think it's weird for them to pick Enchantress first because a lot of teams are first round banning it. I think it's
It's a really
top
strong
two
hero right
top
now.
two most banned hero of the tournament so far. And then Warlock stabilized their other lane. That's probably gonna have trouble. Maybe that's one of their solutions against the arrow combo. It's like we've been thinking about like ways to completely shut down arrow. Why not just slap a fat heal on your carry? That's one option. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good counter initiate too. So like these one-dimensional like initiate, Sand King, Stun, Mirana, Arrow, whatever they focus on, Warlock, Rock, Poop, and a counter initiate.
Makes sense.
They banned the Naga, so Naga's decent against Enchantress. Enchantress is only single target,
Mhm.
and even though she isn't touchable, I've seen Nagas like completely destroy a Ench in the early game with the
Eventually.
Manta. Yeah,
Oh, even early. Okay.
Yeah, what Enchantress hates to play against is wave push, cause his laning is strong, his team fight's strong, but he's not very good at pushing out waves. So he doesn't want to get out pushed.
RNG struggling on the next ban. taking their sweet time.
Another thing about Naga as well is that you can just go to the jungle. Okay, thank God. I'm gonna make it to 33. We'll do it.
Yeah, but Navi,
That's fine. As long as I said it was gonna be picked or banned. I know it's weird. It just doesn't fit their lineup right now.
it
Maybe.
also fits against their lineup, right? They have 2
Yeah,
heals,
that's a really good point.
so A is gonna stop that healing. So it's a nice ban for Navi, I
Mhm.
think. The Sven ban is kind of what's catching my eye. Because I don't think it's in response to the Naga ban, because it would go the other way around, right?
Mhm.
That if the team bans Sven, you would ban the Naga, because they'd be trying to counter the Naga, right? So
Mhm.
I don't see the big picture behind this, unless they're thinking of maybe a PL, but we saw how PL went last time. So
It's a good lane partner with Warlock, but other than that, I kind of don't see no reason to.
I think it'll get kited a lot this game too.
Well, one thing that's nice about Sven is he's like an initiator, but he's also a carry kind of. So it's like, despite them having, they need some initiator, right? Because you've got an enchantress and a warlock. Warlock's better to like counter initiate or follow up usually. So if you have a hero like Sven that does lots of physical damage and is also raw HP really high, then he would be successful against kind of burst nukes and also fill in those other aspects of the fight. Maybe that's my guess.
So they pick up the ET. I think that's kind of taking it away from Navi if they wanted it. ET matches up really well with the Ench. It gives you vision for impetus hits from longer range. So RNG takes it.
Oh,
Navi, yeah. So then Navi also takes their Earth Spirit. This guy's crazy on Earth Spirit, guys. Like, I'm already calling it. This guy's going to carry the game if Navi's going to win it.
He does, yeah. He's done that very consistently so far. Good team fight stuff.
Good rotations early game. Good pickoffs in the side lanes.
Yeah.
This is one of the popular hero combos that I haven't expected. ET Gyro.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
so-
aura works for both sides on the gyro. The physical damage gives you your flak does more damage. Your right clicks do more damage. The magical aspect helps your call down, helps your rocket barrage. So the gyro is one of these hybrid damage carries, like similar to maybe an Ember Spirit, where you have both best of both worlds, right? You get everything that this ET can offer you.
Mhm.
Even if you get a nice stomp, you can set up your call down on it, take a nice team fight off it. So they have some nice synergy between the two heroes.
Yeah, Gyro is like 5th most picked, and it's got a crazy win rate too, above 60%, I think.
Yeah, I think last time I checked, it was 64% win rate.
I'm sure like it's great with ET too, cause it buffs him up a lot, like you said, Connor. There's a lot of magical damage against Enchantress. This Enchantress is not gonna feel happy this game.
So what you the price you have to pay for being a first pick hero.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a counterplay to it. His level 10 talent is magic resistance. I think it's 15%.
15, yep.
And then lots of enchants have been buying a hood really early as their first item. They go boots, treads if they want it, and then they go bracer hood.
Mhm.
And they are actually surprisingly tanky in the early game. Their HP pool is low, but they heal so much that they actually don't lose HP.
At least until Spirit Vessel comes out.
Yeah,
So.
and then you get scared.
So what do you think about Spectre here? It's another kind of equivalent of like a tanky carry that can get arrowed and healed and dual trade. Like Warlock Spectre, pretty classic.
It's a very classic duel lane. It complements each other very well. Right now, Warlock Enchantress needs somebody to wave push or like on ultimate late game, so they're fine going late game with the wave getting pushed, and I think Spectre covers it all.
Even mid late game, the Warlock, if he gets a good fatal bonds into a haunt, they do a lot of damage. I think the Spectre Gyro matchup is also Spectre favored. If he ever haunts, Gyro's damage goes down with his rocket bodge in the early game.
Mm-hmm.
If he ever gets caught with the Earth Spirit, as we know, he's gonna play really fast, rotate around the map. He's not gonna have an AA this time, but the global presence I think is gonna be in the Spectre.
Yeah, makes sense. And because they have crappy wave push, Spectre could potentially push other lanes and still always show up to fights too, right?
So they ban the Kunkka. Kunkka is just good with Spectre, right? All the stacking damage reduction is, I believe, most damage reductions is additive stacking. So if you have Overcharge and Kunkka Bow and Centaur with Ags, on Spectre, she takes like 10% damage. So it's a really good combo with Spectre. Tanks you up, tanks you through all this RNG damage right now. They have a lot of this. They get a stomp and they're gonna echo and then they're gonna call down and they're gonna want to like wipe 3-4 heroes right at the start of the fight once they cast all their ults. So Kunkka's this hero that I think drops his boat and now the first 10 seconds of the fight, no one's gonna die. And if they do die, you're so far behind, it wouldn't have mattered.
And having to deal with like X torrent stuff as the Sankey and Amrana, who are normally evasive, would be a huge pain in the butt.
So the Brood ban, I think it's also in response to the Kunkka. Conca matches well against the Brood, but they pick a Viper, and I think that's kind of surprising.
I mean, it's a tanky hero. You do AoE damage basically. Um, I would say against Gyro, it's probably pretty good because you're gonna have tons of magic resistance. So using like Viper Strike combos and poison attack's really solid right now too.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be good for RNG, but Navi picked it up, the Viper.
Yeah. That's what I was surprised about. They could have taken it to like steal it from RNG, because it's really good against the Spectre. It breaks him and it breaks the Untouchable from Enchantress.
And Enchantress, yep.
So right now the only thing it breaks is ET Aura and Caustic Finale, which are both not that big of abilities to break. I think the ET Aura could be in certain specific cases, but right now I think they aren't using the hero for its break potential.
Yeah, they needed like a pillar other than Enchantress, because Enchantress is so heavily countered this game. Like a pillar for the 4-man while the Spectre catches up, or like where the Spectre comes online. I think that's what they were thinking when they were picking Viper.
And it's so nice too to have like 2 or 3 tanky cores sometimes, because then it's like what we saw last game. It's like they have the Death Prophet who needs to be focused, but they also have the Alchemist, and it makes all the team fights harder to execute. So it's gonna be a mid invoker, so that's who gonna be pulling and playing that one.
Yeah, that's a really cool pick. They have a lot of setup for if you choose to go Exort. If they get an arrow,
build too.
they have Burrow Strike, they have Stomp.
Mhm.
So if they want to go Sunstrike route, I think there's a lot of different Sunstrike opportunities he'll have. I think if they go the EMP, it's also really good. Viper's a low mana pool, Earth Spirit's a low mana pool, Spectre's a low mana pool. Even the Ench doesn't have too big of a mana pool.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think either build that he chooses to go could be good. I think we'll most likely see him go the Quas Wex route. Maybe go into an early Spirit Vessel, try to deal with this Ench in the early game, and then try to push really fast with his team and apply pressure on the map.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Even Spirit Vessel against Viper is really solid at times, because he usually buys a couple of regen items.
Also in the lane, the having levels on Quas reduces Viper's harass by a lot. You can last hit for pretty well against them. That's a nice lane for both. Both of them are going to free farm. But I think
doesn't Viper go like? Don't you think 2 points in poison attack would be still pretty scary for Invoker? Because like he's got low armor, right? So any hit you do to him is gonna get him a little bit low, and then just once in a while toss the poison attack out and keep him low, maybe.
Yeah, but if he buys maybe 1-2 salves and a set of tangos, he has to buy a little regen. But I think he should be fine.
What's pretty cool is usually mid players hates Viper Razor, but this guy Razor Viper is his thing, I guess.
I've always liked both of those heroes myself, so I kind of understand. They're very similar, right? They're tanky heroes more or less, and they deal damage by staying alive and being near enemies. So they're very, very similar playstyles, really.
Yeah, they just kind of like farm your jungle and just wait for items rather than like making flashy.
The old versions of them would sit in a lane and click their spells on a hero and walk slowly towards people. But now they have the new passive on the Razor and the new Nether Toxin on Viper, where you can actually farm on these heroes and turn these strong laners into kind of these mid-game heroes that can even scale to late game with the new talents on Viper. So he did go Exort level 1 on the Razor, and he tried to Sunstrike. I think it's not committing him to an Exort. A while ago, people used to go more hybrid build on the Invoker. They would go 2-0-2 for the lane, so they'd have Forge Spirits, and then they have a lot of lasted damage. And then after that, they would rotate more into Wex, and they would go like 2-7-2, or however many points you needed to max it.
I mean, I feel like there's a much better chance of him killing Viper if he's got Exhort, though, right? Like, increases damage, maybe do some, like, Alacrity right-click stuff, perhaps?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if he goes Quaswex, like, yeah, the EMP stuff is really good, I agreed with that, but lane-wise, I just feel like Viper would dominate him at some point. Like, once Viper hits, like, even, like, 5.
Yeah,
6.
especially the new popular build that I've seen on Viper these days, which they don't like max Nether Toxin first. They get like 2-0-2 and then they max out the Nether Toxin for the lane.
I just think he'll trade too well otherwise. So they do commit a smoke and they get an Observer down mid. On both sides actually, so a little bit of ward vision. That's actually huge for Viper to have a high ground ward. That way you can get those poison attacks off while you approach your opponent. Zach running around looking for some smoke breaks. He does spot out Elder Titan. It's most likely going to be 2-for-2 bounties. And yeah, Sand King plus Mirana as a dual lane. Going to be laning against Crystallized Spectre.
So I was talking to some players and they were telling me like VP, Liquid, they're not doing so hot on scrims, but they were telling me RNG was really good, but it hasn't shown in the group stages. So and it's my first time casting the RNG game, so I'm kind of excited to see like what what's happening with this team.
Well, they did pretty well in the qualifiers. They almost didn't qualify actually. They were losing game 5 against CDC. CDC kind of threw in a base fight. So I don't know if that means that they don't deserve to be here or anything. There's a nice courier swap there by Warlock. That's not a hero you expect to snipe courier much, huh?
Also, did you see you drop the loser?
Oh, did he?
On the
yeah. Very popular ground spray, huh?
So this mid matchup I think is really interesting for me to see how both sides play it.
Oh, we could just lock the camera mid if you want.
Yeah, I think so. I think top there shouldn't be too much action. I think the
Take a quick look.
most action there could be is this Sand King lane gets like
Oh,
a kill on the Warlock.
Yeah.
But I think seeing how this Invoker does, if he gets these high levels in Exhort, he does good in the lane, gets an early Midas maybe, gets a couple Sunstrike kills, I think this game is going to tip in RNG's favor really fast.
Was that Febby getting really excited about his the pull into the large camp
yes,
as a
I got
support
so
player?
excited.
What an incredible play.
Cause it fucked up the Earth Spirit's game so much. If he got that pull off, he's gonna hit level 2 and he's gonna pressure this Invoker so hard. But he's level 2 getting delayed, that means the Invokers kind of have a free game.
And he would have had level 2 basically because he would have pulled the creep wave all the way over here, right? And then matched it on another creep wave and then sent and denied all the creeps, right? So
Yeah.
free level 2, and now it's just completely messed up. That's a really good point.
So he did go Nether Toxin at level 2.
Okay.
He has no points in passive, which is a little surprising. Most Vipers will go 1 point in it, so they feel really bad about hitting you.
And he's not saving skill point. He got the level 2 poison attack.
Taking a lot of damage.
I'm really surprised as well because you actually run out of mana pretty quick with poison attack now. It's not super cheap, so
He does have a Mango ready, so he's ready to hit a bunch and try to win the lane early. But Invoker already bought an extra set of Tangos. He has 1 point in the Quash right now. He's going to get 2 points soon. He's going to feel really good about the lane so far.
I bet he was thinking about the Earth Spirit rotation and like he's telling his Earth Spirit, why aren't you here yet? But little does he know, Earth Spirit's getting his level 2 a bit later than usual.
yeah, that probably is a big difference.
Luckily for the Invoker, he has finally have a chicken, so he's going to deliver a full Bassi from base towards him.
And here it is. Right on screen, just kidding.
There it is.
Oh, he's got the Wraith Man. I assume Invokers go Wraith Man just because it's a ton of attack speed,
Is it his
right?
Wraith Man? I think that's a Jarvis.
I mean, it's going to be his Wraith Man now. You're not wrong.
So the lane's going fairly well for the Invoker. He's actually 9 denies already. So, 1 or 2 could maybe be his Forge Spirit, but overall, really good lane for him. And
Not important. Okay. It's just a Warlock deck.
I did say that the Sand King lane could kill the Warlock.
You did. I'm just death watching mid just for you, dude. That's all. It's been pretty boring. It's probably not worth paying attention anymore. Warlock ends up TPing back to the lane here.
And, I think these lanes are mostly going to be static for both sides. Nothing really crazy. This is the biggest lane, I think. The Ench and the Earth Spirit lane is just going to be a trade of farm. I think the Ench is going to get what he gets. The Jarl is going to basically free farm. Earth Spirit got level 2, and now he's sitting behind mid. Voker's known for being really gankable in the early game. He's slow, he has low armor, he has low health, so a good roll on him and a kickback could lead to a kill. But this Earth Spirit is in really deep right now. Or is the Invoker too close?
He's got a Fairy
Wow.
Fire and Afu's nearby.
Look at this skill
It's
build
not
here.
enough.
Magical is a
Oh,
magic
nice
hero.
arrow TP on the Viper. The Viper's going to go down. They might try to catch the Earth Spirit, but he's just going to roll away.
It's kind of cool to think about. Viper is just like a nuclear hero. He's like practically Zeus here. Just 2 skill points in damage, 2 skill points in damage.
Yeah.
Who needs corrosive?
I think skipping the corrosive is kind of what's making the lane even, but I think having the more points in his nukes is making these kill threats more scary for the Invoker. Did he? I believe he denied him.
Yeah, he just denied himself to regen faster.
Nothing too crazy. Don't worry about it.
Earth Spirit getting his level 2 late, which was not his fault. It actually hurt Viper's game a lot too, I think.
Gotta win these matchups. That's the new break symbol, huh?
Yep. And the new Summer Scrub, they gave us break symbols, so now we don't have to only read the word breaks above hero.
Huge arrow, but it's not gonna connect to anything.
It was a 2 for 2 on the bounties. So everybody's even. Blizzy getting a lot of enchant levels this lane, actually. 2 points already. See if Afu gets killed here. Gets the rolling
Nice
boulder,
stun.
interrupts the stomp, and that will be a dead hero. I-
Ooh.
Gives the kill to Blizzy.
It is not
Nice.
common actually for enchant to get this to get this many points in enchantress, or excuse me, other way, enchantress to get a lot of points in enchant. But having these creeps, it's basically a Chen in the lane.
And
think-
against Gyro
yeah.
too.
It's more
You
stuff
can-
to eat
you
rocket
can
barrage,
purge-
right?
No, well, you can purge the Q.
Oh, that's
Is,
true.
Yeah.
Rocket barrage is a buff, so you can dispel the buff the first time your rocket barrages you.
That's a really good point. And what's just like 1 point in untouchable in Nature's Attendants, it's not like obviously going to stop all damage, but it's not bad to have. As I
They're
can
gonna try to
position.
go on this Invoker. He doesn't have Quaswex, Wex, I believe, so he doesn't have the Ghost Walk.
And Earth Spirit doesn't have a dust too.
He's confident with no Ghost Walk, but he's got. Oh, he was not confident
Zayak
enough.
was not ready.
If Lanham gets a sick arrow, 5 seconds, they'll kill the Viper. But I think they're gonna just chill.
Yeah, he bothers up the Invoker too, so he feels pretty happy.
Warlock ends up grabbing the DD, so it doesn't get to grab that at least. Lanham playing really safe here. There's the ward, spots him out.
Yep.
And Magical will go on Arcane Boots next, that way he can afford to cast all these
They're gonna go on
spells.
him again, but this time,
He does have a dust this time, but it's not gonna connect. Oh!
That creep died for the mission, dude.
if that creep wasn't there, I think he dies if he gets arrowed.
Yeah, because
He was
he's
cold
probably
snapped into Sunstrike even, just some right clicks.
tower. He would have been under tower range, I think, too. This Crystallized doing 33 and 6, so looks like he's doing pretty well. His Phase
Yeah.
Boots always going Midas. Is this normal in Spike?
Yeah, a lot of Spectres have been going Midas recently. I think Anna played it yesterday.
Okay.
He went Midas into Radiance. I think it's a good item when you actually free farm on the hero. Midas is this item where if you have good farm, you should probably get a Midas in most cases. It lets you scale the game much quicker. It gives you your fighting is stronger. 2, you get 40 attack speed.
Mm. And it applies to the Haunt Illusions, too, right?
Yeah, attack speed works on illusions now. And importantly, like if you show up to the fights, you're still not losing out on gold. You're still gonna get this Midas off cooldown. You're still gonna have some GPM, so it'll let you be a little more active at the same time.
A lot of mana being spent to keep these neutrals up, but it's a decent amount of damage potentially. Could always spawn the tornado.
Look at all these wards from RNG side to see Earth Spirit. He's got all his movements is getting caught out.
There's actually like full vision. There's these tiny little windows, but
Yeah,
full vision between. That's actually so cool. That with just those 3 wards.
yeah. They're aware that the
everything.
Earth Spirit just wants to keep roaming mid.
Yeah. Well, a nice kickback might save his life. Yeah. Unless they get a Sunstrike close.
That was actually really close. If that lands, he gets a kill.
That was actually really close.
So he's going full exort build for the Sunstrike. This is the more carry build that people have going these days. You go like some Midas into Ags Rush. Eventually he's going to be able to Alacrity his Gyro, and his Gyro is going to pop off, I think, this game.
That's a good point. Yeah, extra damage for Gyro can be really nice. He's going standard build. Basey, Phase Boots. Oh, we got a Haunt
Haunt
somewhere.
on the
Go mid.
Invoker.
Go mid.
Go Dust.
Dust is ready.
They're going to TP everyone up mid, but Arrow connects on the Spectre, so he's going to get stomped in her tower and killed. They TP'd Gyro though, and he actually finished the TP, so now he's kind of just stuck in this mid area while the Earth Spirit's just going to roll away.
Not all bad, I guess. Did he get the kill? Magical got the kill initially. He bought out his wand, I guess. Not terrible. I like that he got 1 point in Desolate. I like having at least one sometimes in the laning stage.
It's a natural rotation because Gyro cannot lane against Enchantress top anymore. So Sand King's moving up to top.
Might as well get what she can, or what he can, right? Against Enchantress.
Gyro's now bot. He's going to finish up his Phase Boots. The Spectre doesn't really want to lane against the Gyro. He actually does a lot of damage. Level 7 Gyro is one of the, I think, highest damaging heroes in the game with Rocket Barrage in like a single target situation. So laning against him doesn't really feel good if you can avoid it.
So Seneco's like, you don't want to go to lane? Sick, dude.
Yeah, he's going to try to get his level 6. The 10-minute bounties are coming up. The tomes are also going to come up. I think that's really big for every single support in this game. The Earth Spirit getting 6, the Warlock getting 6, the Sand King might be 6, but if he wants the tome, you know, he can maybe get another point in Epicenter.
Vision on both sides is actually pretty solid right now. It almost feels like they're saving wards for, I don't know, a certain time period. I'm not sure though.
So gonna get the bounty before the stomp hits. 3 bounty runes for Malvi, in which the Sunstrike Seneko is going to go down.
Well, he's got boots now, I guess.
Seneko is 2/3 of the way to his kills, or to his death, before he can start owning.
Dude, the vision on this map is actually ridiculous. I feel like we can see everything. There's like no fog of war at all.
That's true. That's true.
So with that, Tome Suneko almost level 6.
He's gonna try to walk bot maybe, sap some XP from the Sench, get Golem, and then I think they might try to do a Golem, use the Golem pretty early with the Magnetize. Run behind mid tower, maybe drop the Golem, kill the Invoker if they can.
I'm surprised Blizzy hasn't just tried to right click like twice here. But I guess he's worried about this. He doesn't have that much heal. He actually gets killed pretty easy here. All these enchant levels kind of hurting him at this point. Like, I feel like a normal enchant who's like, I don't know, 302 at this point would just walk forward and slap Monet twice. But
That was pretty cool coordination from RNG because Monet, he came bottom to dodge Enchantress and he's aware that Enchantress is gonna lane against him pretty soon. So I think he called the supports over to kick this guy out because he TP'd bottom. His TP is gonna be back up in 5 seconds. But RNG supports are sticking around bottom too to kill this Enchantress again to cover up the gyro. It looks like they're just gonna give up this tower. Enchantress TP's top.
Invoker finished his Midas, Spectre almost finishing his. So he's gonna try to catch up in the jungle. He's actually fairly farmed, if we would know his net worth.
we'll see if they can execute. So we'll never know, dude.
Alright, he's a little probably poorer than you would hope for, but the Sand King is actually really high up on the net worth, and the Viper is really farmed. I know the Dire Viper can farm really fast in his own jungle. You can stack 2 large camps at the same time. But he has Atos and Arcane Boots at 12 minutes in the game and level 10.
That's insanely fast, actually. Coming for the mid kill. Atos is ready. Feel sad, man. All this missing mana.
They're rolling. They're gonna hit a kick on the Invoker, but
That
His
looks
position is
Viper's
so
too
good.
far.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's sitting over here and not like here. They can dive mid under tower, but if he runs to the right, it's a hard approach for the Radiant side.
Afu's level 7. If he gets a nice double stomp.
Stomp into arrow. Lanham's arrow connects on the Viper.
Nice ult. His ult just came off cooldown. Sunstrike in the Viper. He's gonna go down. A call down is also gonna, finish the kill on the Earth Spirit.
That was clean execution.
Yeah.
Props to RNG supports.
What a great stomp by Afu. Made everything so easy.
His Earth Spitter came off cooldown as he casted it.
Oh
He
really?
was spamming his ult.
That was awesome. Really cool combo. And Viper doesn't have that many points in corrosive skin. He picks up his 2nd level here, but he just got shredded. No survivability items other than raw HP, so. Next initiation, get a Burrow Strike, arrow follow-up. Sunstrike's gonna miss, but Flyby does not care. He's cool with that one. He's got his Veil finish as well, and it kind of just looks like Royal might run down Navi repeatedly at this point, because like Navi's, they want to go aggressive, and that's basically what Rod of Atos allows them, but it's hard to get the grabs if Royal's playing safe, whereas on the other side, it's a lot easier for Royal to get initiations with Blink Sand King.
Yeah, they finished the blink on the Sand King and Veil. They have so much magic damage right now, it's hard for Navi to fight into them and feel comfortable.
Yeah, they do have the big ultimates, Warlock ulti, Spec ulti, but the damage I think is not gonna be there.
Sentry down a spot for a ward as they smoked, and now this is how they're going to force the fight here.
Unless they split them up like this.
Afu in a really good position if he can.
Viper should go first with the Atos.
Yeah, definitely should. Well, I mean, Earth Spirit's good too. He's probably going to do rolling punch back, I would imagine. This is looking
RNG is
really
kinda
good for
stuck.
them.
They're
This is
sandwiched
perfect
between.
timing. They see him, I think.
If they catch this gyrocopter, this could be really bad. Nice haunt is going to spot him out. Atos is sitting on the gyrocopter. They're going to catch him. He should just instantly blow up at the start of the fight. All the other RNG heroes are going to escape up to the left, back to the freedom of their side of the map.
Pretty worth it. Zai got the kill, 420 gold. But they used a lot there. I guess they didn't use Golem, but everything else gets pulled out. Haunt. I had to Haunt for vision.
Yeah, the haunt was really good, I think. It also moved him to this jungle. So whenever you haunt to your own side of the map, if you win the fight, you now get the jungle that they didn't farm. So now he's in the area that's completely free to farm. So it's a nice usage of the spell.
It was pretty unfortunate for RNG that Gyro was the one that got caught out of all 3 heroes.
Yeah, but now Ench is the one that's going to get caught. I think he should just get bursted. He's actually really tanky. He might just
healer.
TP out. Oh. Did they even try right-clicking him?
The arrow was on cooldown because it was farming something.
What level is untouchable? I don't think they tried right-clicking him even once.
70 attack speed. Maybe they would have gone. Zai goes on top of
So he's going to get gone on, but
Sand King's coming up to back him up.
He's everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
Nice
this
stomp.
Sand King. Flyby. Killing spree already.
303 on the Sand King.
I mean, this is actually such a good combo to have Veil and Elder Tank. 'Cause Elder Tank's gonna remove all the base magic resistance, so Veil is gonna just become a raw 25% damage amp. It's like a nice little increase.
Yeah, there's just so much magical damage.
If they push this tower, I could see this being a bad fight for RNG though. With the Warlock Golem ready, there's still a lot of damage on the side of Navi. If they get a nice Fatal Bonds into a Golem with Nether Toxin on the ground.
Gyro's not there too. It's gonna be a 5v4 fight.
I don't think Spectre's going to want to show up. He has no haunt. They're just going to back. They realize how sketchy this is. And now Seneko pings out the ward on the cliff. They're going to try to deward this. And this RNG movement is going to feel a little bad for them.
Yeah, Crystallize has got to be happy with this for sure. It's on the opposite side of the map. He just got his TP. Actually, if they would have forced a fight, he wouldn't have been able to be there. So a little bit fortunate for Navi that they didn't get engaged on.
We were expecting earlier the Invoker would go Quaswax and he would get the Spirit Vessel, but as we can see, like it's an Exort Invoker and Mirana's getting the Spirit Vessel, which is really good because Spirit Vessel is needed against Enchantress for sure. His level 15 talent, everyone gets the +8 Wisps talent, and it cures him a crazy
Well, they
amount.
see the Invoker. The Earth Spirit's going to try to jump on him. Earth Spirit's going to get Echo Slammed and stunned, and they're going to just turn on the Earth Spirit. There's a nice arrow on the Enchantress on the top left of the fight. And a nice Meteor is going to finish the Earth Spirit, but the Invoker's going to go down. The Gyros finally showed up with a good call down.
Flyby getting low. He's going to Burrow Strike to the high ground and now get chased a little bit. Afu also taking some damage here. No dagger for a few seconds, but he gets caught. This could buy Afu's life, but with the Quelling Blade especially, you know, he's going to go for the TP.
Oh, he gets out.
Good escape there. Would have definitely suicided going for the tree cut, but good escape. Either way, pretty decent team fight win. It's okay. Let's trade our Spirit for the Invoker. That's going to be worth it. No Haunt used.
They're going to get the tower too. I think that's the bigger
Exactly.
thing.
Tower's killed. Gyro not in the fight.
He wasn't in the fight.
He was,
He
okay.
tried to catch the Enchantress, but he was way too tanky for him.
Let's see.
Yeah, with the hood finished.
A couple hoods being finished actually.
Tried for the arrow.
Yeah, Viper's gonna have one too. So, yeah, a little bit one-dimensional damage. That's definitely one of the issues going on Royal side. I mean, the Sunstrike helps too, but gonna be hard for them to get these kills with these hoods. See if they try. He's got to land the arrow, I think.
The arrow's so close. Monet trusted in his teammate.
That was such a hard kill either way, though, honestly.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
is
think
very
he does.
tanky.
He has a hood. He has a TP even from one hero. They might turn it even. RNG saved their life by missing the arrow.
On the bright side, it's going to limit Magical's farm speed. He's not going to feel comfortable going to the next creep wave. He's not going to feel comfortable entering the jungle right away. So, as long as it's going after Viper and not the Spectre, I don't think he cares too much. Even if the Radiance gets a little bit delayed. Blizzy's still pushing out the top lane, also going for a Midas, and they know where this game is going. They're probably looking at the Royal lineup and saying, we got our hoods, we're slowing things down, we're occasionally getting kills, let's just aim for the late game.
Midas on the Enchantress Sphere is especially great because he doesn't have any flash armor abilities to clear out creeps.
Do you still think it's okay to buy it this late, though?
I think it's okay after like one item, because he knows that this game's gonna go late, and he doesn't want to fall off.
Invoker finishing up his Ags already. Guy came back from a nice lane, but he might go back down if he gets killed here. Nice Atos is going to just cancel the TP and nothing he can do. Maybe he can try Ghost Walk, but there's a nice dust.
That was so much damage. I got 620 out of that with AoE gold and the solo kill. That's a lot. But we told you guys, his KDA doesn't look amazing. 2, 5, and 4, but he's a beast.
Just watch out. Once he gets his blink is when he starts.
Blink
making
or
the
Spirit,
plays.
have we seen this before? I think we have. It's very good.
This guy is probably one of the few Earth Spirits that actually
I
consistently
think it's
buys
the
it.
only Earth Spirit that I've seen.
Maybe you should take some notes.
Speaking of notes, Febby, have you practiced your play-by-play yet today?
I mean, I did it yesterday, but like Gunnar seems to be doing a much better job than me. So
His voice is kind of boring when he calls the team fight. If I was reading chat right now, I guarantee
There's Resident
there's some
Sleepers.
resident sleepers in chat.
Febby,
so
you're gonna have some
Febby,
nice-
I think you're the talented one in the trio here for the play-by-play. I think it's you got to step up this game.
You told me you were practicing, right?
unless we're curing what doctors can't cure, insomnia. So
Then we'll take turns. How about that? Going on, Febby, come on.
oh, you got this. You got this.
No. Okay, next one. All right, this Monet kill.
Febby?
Oh, am
That
I
is-
doing it? Alright, they're
Yeah.
rolling up, but nothing's happening though. Alright, so Monet uses the homing missile on Earth Spirit, but they just disengage. And it looks like nothing's gonna happen.
I like this homing missile. It looks like a spider. I think it's a naval mine or something, right? Yes, the mind of the swooping elder, of course.
Of course.
Are you a fan of the swooping elder set?
Yeah, I guess so. I am now. I didn't know I was, but I am.
So Evoker's hitting up the Boots of Travel into a BKB. Boots of
gotta-
Travel is really nice to just push around the map, get farmed. But BKB is really necessary, I think. I think he might even go BKB before the bots, just so he can actually not get killed just by an Earth Spirit.
It's like one of the scary things about being an Invoker this game, it feels like, is that number one, Earth Spirit's going to be diving on top of him. And then the number two is that the people that follow up are also tanky. So it's not like he can just get away with like, oh, I'm just going to Deafening Meteor, blow up one guy that defends. So it feels like if he does get caught with dust, he
It looks
definitely
like
needs
they're
BKB.
gonna go on the Spectre, but Crystallized Spider senses are tingling and he just backs up. Or does he? He gets impaled, Mirana arrow, Starfall, everything's there, and kapow! They just blow everything on him. And I think that's it. They're just gonna disengage RNG. They're gonna be happy with that pickup.
He wards the cliff as well.
I couldn't even tell he had Dispersion. Like, Dispersion effectively was his base magic resistance there.
Yeah.
So he just died like a normal hero.
Yeah. Just right before the Spectre Radiance too, so he's not gonna be slightly set back up here, but you know, until right now, I feel like the tempo of the game, Navi is kind of happy with it because they've been picking off the Invoker quite a few times. They picked Gyro once, too.
Oh, nice leap from the Mirana, dodging the roll.
Oh, that was nice on everybody involved. I love fights like that where like everybody makes a good play and it just like elongates the fight and it becomes this like weird convoluted game of chess. Those are like the best team fights.
I
in
know
my opinion.
Secret's really good at that, where they kind of all live the fight for like 50% HP, then they all go down to 30, they all go down to 20, and then they maybe still lose the fight. But
Zayak with the invis, he finds one, and it's Mirana, Lanham, the big dick. Oh, impale right as he rolling borders. Perfect combination, impale into arrow, perfect.
All right, Febby, you're the permanent play-by-play caster now. It's official.
Why, what happened?
You did a great job. That's what happened. It's just.
I mean, I don't
it's
know.
great.
I like Gunner's one.
No,
Gunner's
no,
one's
man,
like-
you're the best for sure. Gunner, I'm sorry, dude.
I'm
Febby
getting-
is taking your play-by-play.
all right.
Everybody has a good job. Febby just does the play-by-play the best. It's official.
Wasn't Breezy getting Vitus like 3-4 minutes ago? He still
was.
didn't get it.
He's still getting it.
But would you still get it?
Yeah, I think so. I
He
mean,
has
look
to.
at
He
how
has
look
a
at how
clause.
slow he farms. Yeah, this game's gonna go very late, I'm sure, with the Spectre and the Invoker.
The Spectre almost finished up his Radiance. The Invoker finished up bots first,
Yeah.
so still threatened on the map, but now he can farm a lot more on the map, more aggressively, TP back to his team if there's a good fight. But the Spectre Haunt is going to be really scary now with the Radiance finish.
And the mech. Remember, like all these mech pipes, they're really crucial because it pumps up the Spec's tankiness.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, the pipe's already finished. Almost at mech. It's 35 gold, but they're going to force the fight
but they're
anyways.
just gonna, they're just gonna smoke like
They
this.
do get scanned. And so RNG's going to disengage here. A little scared. Almost a mech on Lanham as well, actually. Got to spend the mana somehow.
RNG scouted with the scan, so he just sets to just TP's bottom and split pushes.
Kind of
Good
slow
awareness
game,
by
I
him.
think. RNG's kind of outmaneuvering them on the map so far. They're up 6k gold. I think it's mostly because of how they're kind of rotating their heroes. They force a smoke. They know the smoke's happening, so they back out. They waste the time of Navi's heroes right now.
Would you say that's just expected, though, based on the heroes they have? Like, against Spec and Viper, both very slow. Especially Spec wants to run around hitting creeps. Whereas RNG's heroes can, like, they can all jungle, they can move around quickly, they can team fight, they can gank. It just feels like more one-dimensional for Navi in some ways.
Yeah, they definitely have like the early mid lineup, so they should be ahead in net worth, I think. RNG.
I think this next fight's going to be really big for RNG. If they can actually win the fight, I think it's going to cement them in the lead of this game. I think it's still a little close. There's a decent net worth advantage, so the fight should be easy for them. But I believe Navi does have this really big team fight, right? As we said, they have the
Mhm.
Fatal Bonds, they have the Golem, Haunt with the Radiance, they have
Yep.
Magnetize, they have all this AoE magic damage.
It's all about Warlock's positioning. If he gets caught before casting Fatal Bond or ulti, it's gonna be pretty bad for Navi.
I really like how Navi is queuing up for that bounty rune there. They had the Observer Ward and the Sentry here with Zayak sitting here waiting to see if he could break smokes on Royal. Crystallize, terrified to leave his base even though this poor Midas is off cooldown. But he knows that they're going to be looking for him on the bot side of the map, and if they do kill him, it's going to be his team can't back him up. So he'll just farm safely, and when the fight does start, he can haunt and contribute in a big way.
But when the map is split up like this, whoever pushes out mid has the better control, and it looks like RNG is doing that action. So RNG seems to be the one that's in control of the map.
Yeah, Crystallize is trying to pull creeps back towards more towards his base, so he's safer with the radiance. They're just gonna kill the siege creep.
It's like everybody's just scared to show, basically, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because they could be dealing damage to this tower a lot quicker, but
Yeah, they know they can get out team fought, so they're taking the precautions needed. They need better vision for sure. What they want to do is they want to vision on the Warlock and pick him off first before he casts anything.
Sexu showed top now, and there's the drawing. This is where the enemy team is. I assume they're gonna collapse.
Zetsu does have travel though, so what's Zayak doing here? There is no AA. He's gonna be alone. Oh, there was a Spectre. Oh, I forgot about the Spectre.
Is that worth committing Haunt just to get like an Invoker kill on the top side of the map?
Yeah,
Probably,
definitely.
But he has a BKB now, so that play is out of the question. The Enchantress just got his level 10 talent.
This is
guess
RNG's
so.
peak.
So there's going to be a big fight mid.
Echo
First
swap
grand
on
trouble.
Zayak.
First
It
gonna
looks
hit
like
first
he's
here.
just gonna go down without ulti. There's more than pops BKB. He's the one with the control here. Pops up everything with Zetsu. Goes on the Blizzy. Pops Blizzy.
The
Where's
BKB
the-
is down for Monet, though. The Spectre's going to get tornadoed up.
Yeah, he's getting
Echo Stomped
controlled
as well. He's
Stomp,
going to get
arrow,
arrowed maybe.
it's
He's going
not
to go
gonna
miss,
connect.
but
That was insane damage from the Rocket Barrage and the
yeah, there's
the
still
aura.
another catch on this Viper, but he's too tanky. They can't dive him at this point.
The first BKB's usage. First BKB usage from Monet and Zetsu.
Look at this. This was a nice Sunstrike on the Earth Spirit. He went down. A big call down, and Haunt just, it's so crazy that everyone just, no one takes damage from the Haunt. The BKB on the Gyro just kills everyone, I think.
That was just an insane amount of damage, dude.
Yeah, they would.
Oh, is that a catch? Yeah, that's a dead Warlock
Oh,
right there.
arrow.
Really good catches with 5 0 and 9 right now. Nailing the stunts he needs to do.
Yeah, 30 seconds down. Will they force high ground?
They probably can force.
Wait, there's
on
no
the
one on the
backline.
Invoker. He's got no BKB for 5 seconds. Is that
3,
enough though?
2. It's
One.
gonna be so close.
Oh
Okay.
no, that was just enough. But like, it looks like Viper's down, Zayak's down. Was that worth it for Navi?
Probably not. I think they're going to lose at tier 3 now for sure.
Will they? I mean, the
But
Spectre
Spectre and
Warlock
Warlock's
are up.
back up soon, so
I think it's actually okay. They went even on gold there. Experience-wise, it was about the same. I think that was actually okay.
it's all about the BKB usages. So what Navi wants to do is they want to make RNG use BKBs, and they don't want to lose their base. Meanwhile, they know they're gonna lose like the upcoming few fights because of the 10-second, 9-second, 8-second BKBs, and all their damage right now is kind of magical, aside from Enchantress, I guess. But he's really under-leveled and under-farmed. So yeah, they just want to go late game with the Spectre, make their BKBs 5 seconds, and that's their win condition for
I
Navi.
think the big question is can they get to this late game? I think RNG is able, they're so strong right now that they can force a Roche fight and feel comfortable about it. If they get Aegis on this Invoker, what's the game plan for Navi? I don't think they can't burst the Invoker anymore. This Gyro BKB is so strong. Sand King is also a really tanky hero. There's so much of team fight on both sides. I think that the team with the net worth advantage right now is just in the lead.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty well ahead. 11k here, 12k now. It's gonna take a few more items until Spec gets to a position where he's gonna feel very safe.
So I like what this Enchantress is doing right now. He's been grabbing the small creeps. It's kind of like what Chen has been doing in the recent days. So he's pumping up the magic resistance of his team,
I love this.
coupled with the pipe. They have a lot of magic resistance.
This is one of those things that I've been like trying to talk about. I like bring it up randomly on a cast like once every like 2 months or something. I had like a Chen game where I got like 8 of them. My creeps just couldn't die to magic. It was insane. So it makes a lot of sense to stack them. These are stacking additively 10% magic resistance auras. And the more magic resistance auras you have, the more beneficial they are actually. So it makes a lot of sense if you can micro properly.
Yeah, it's especially good with Spectre too. Makes him really beefy.
And since they have the pipe, it's a crazy amount.
It's especially good against Elder Titan because Elder Titan and the Veil are already making Magic deal so much.
Like Monet is alacrity, just gonna hit high
Oh
ground.
wait,
Nice
is
burrow
that too
strike.
deep?
No,
Oh my
No, he
God.
just
dead
gets
to the
instantly
catacomb.
popped. Wow, like where did those two Navi heroes go?
2 Navi heroes. I saw 3.
Earthspirit's buyback
God.
is up though.
Good catch on Seneko. Here comes the arrow.
Oh,
Nice 5-second arrow. Good
he doesn't
setup.
have buyback too.
Yo,
Warlock goes down. Warlock Viper without buyback, and RNG is very happily says thank you and just hits the Rex.
RNG, the scrim team, bringing it to the live games finally.
Yeah, they're gonna go mid Rex too probably.
I think the game might be over. It's so hard for Navi to take a fight. They have one more fight in them. I think their Mega Creeps aren't going to be finished by the time they're up.
You know what's insane about this game is that there's multiple heroes on RNG that haven't died yet. Flyby and Lanham, 0 deaths. Only 1 death on Gyrocopter. They've just been performing so well this game, and the magic damage is bonkers with Elder Titan here. It's just mind blowing. These like
It is
normally heroes
bonkers.
that are supposed to be tanky, they're just genuinely not tanky.
It also helps they're behind 20,000 gold.
Okay, that helps, yes, but I mean a lot of it was like okay, it was like Cataclysm blew up the Enchantress instantly, but like Rocket Barrage, Sand King stuff with the Veil, like the Viper and the Spectre just have been dying. And
Yeah.
Viper is definitely a hero where I'd be like, oh, he's a good idea against this lineup because he's got corrosive skin at least, but that hasn't even made that much of a difference.
Yeah, they're just like
They're
even
gonna
with the
smoke
hood and
out.
the pipe.
They need to do something with this smoke. They have to get at least 3 kills, if not 4, into a Roche, I think. They can Roche quickly with a Spectre Manta. But I don't think RG is going to give them this opportunity to take a really nice fight right now.
Oh wait, Flyby just blinked in. Will they find the catch on Flyby?
They're going to try to. They pop the smoke, and they do get a
Silent
catch.
slow. The arrow is gonna land on.
Nice, it
wow,
stops the
roll,
big
the
dick
Cataclysm.
land. Holy.
The heals try to keep Zayek alive, but it's not quite going to work. It was close though. Snako going to get run down most likely by Monet here, and maybe Viper going to have to all in trying
He
to kill
still
the
has
gyro.
his BKB.
He's just going to chase down this Viper. He can't do anything. He has no buyback on the Viper. Epicenter is going to channel the kill of Blizzy on the Enchantress on the bottom side of the fight. Monet is unstoppable with a double kill. Unstoppable on flyby as well.
Invoker wasn't even there for that fight.
GG's called by
I mean, I
Snako.
saw some beams of light from
Oh,
the
the
sky, man.
Cataclysm? Yeah, I
That was
guess.
like 6 beams on top of Enchantress or something like that, and Spec goes in.
Wow. That game just blew open just like that.
I think one of my favorite things about TI is like when teams do this like cool synergy stuff where they're like, let's just make these like beautiful hero pairings where they're like, we'll take a hero like Elder Titan and we'll abuse mechanics to just push our lineup over the edge. And like when you do that, it like ruins the feeling of the game for everybody that plays against it, because you're normally like, oh, I'm X tanky at this minute, I've got these items, I should be able to fight here. And then it just completely changes those equations, and it forces mistakes on your opponents. It's just really beautiful.
Yeah.
And teams do it a lot more at TI.
I think the whole draft from RNG had a really good, like, solid. It was like all around solid. I think the ET worked well with the gyrocopter. The ET also worked well with the Sand King. I think this ET hero does so much for a lot of heroes right now. It gives all these carries who have like spellcasts and they also have physical damage steroids like a chance to just fight really early, and they don't need their items. And I think since a lot of Dota right now is buying this early BKB, giving a hero to them that means the BKB still gives them damage because of this aura is just really strong.
What if, I mean, that's one thing you can easily criticize Navi for. Where the hell are the BKBs? This is like a game where, like, against a Chinese team, if a Chinese team was playing Navi's lineup, I feel like they would have had a better chance, because Viper would have been like, I got Atos, I got Pipe, or maybe he just goes Atos BKB or something. Because if you have BKBs, then the magic damage is an issue.
I think
Would that
the
help?
issue is both of their heroes aren't BKB buyers. Spectre almost never wants to buy BKB.
Yep.
You feel bad because you want to take the damage. You want to be tanky enough that you take the damage, but you kill the hero. And Viper is also similar, I think. You already have magic damage or magic reduction built in with your corrosive haze. He built a pipe, so you want to try to avoid the BKB and not go it at all. So like their cores don't buy BKB. So I think it wasn't like their fault that they don't want to go BKB. They had the right idea. I think they just got out executed in the game.
Okay, well, that's game 1 of this series where I'll never give up, taking the win against Navi. Very good win for them. And we're going to be back in just a bit with game number 2 of this series. Hey guys, back for the last match of the day for us at least. Royal Never Give Up, Navi round 2. Now I took a look at some standings while we were waiting, and it looks like Navi has been killing it, as
Yep.
we know, because we've casted at least half of their games. They got 7 wins prior to this match, so they didn't kill it last time, so
Yeah.
too bad for them.
They
But
had a rough one.
Royal Never Give Up 3 points previous to this match, now sitting at 4, which is going to put them. They were tied with VP before the series started, which is kind of mind blowing. But good for them. They actually do need a couple points. I think Nip is obviously in worse position.
Yeah.
They played
They
5
have,
games,
1 point, I believe, right now.
1 win. So
Yeah.
if they can get some separation, like even like 2 wins, they're probably set. I would assume.
And NIP, I think, is the team that's in the rough position right now, right?
Yes, them
So-
and who's the other one?
Chaos on the other side.
And Chaos. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, let's hop into the draft. We got a Shadow Demon first pick for Navi. Not the AA. They had the option.
Tree gets banned. RNG ban the tree, ban the razor. Is Navi going to show us a little more pizzazz than the last draft? I think the last draft wasn't there. Didn't show their usual self.
What if it's like they hard proved to themselves? They're like, guys, our AA strat is legit. Let's do different stuff. Is that possible?
It
would
could
would
be.
you guys ever do that in a competitive environment? Or is that like too insane to not just
It
go for
depends
everyone?
on how well they're feeling. If there's some teams where you can lose a game and you're gonna
Yep.
move up, right?
Mhm.
We lose this game, we're like, cool, we were trying to draft a little different, and you move on from it. And then other types of teams will lose a game and they, think way too hard on themselves. They feel really bad, and they are like, oh, all our heroes were bad. This hero's bad. Let's never do it again. And then you kind of pigeonhole yourself into
Mhm.
this smaller area. So I think depending on how Navi is feeling, they're gonna probably just go back to what they're comfortable with. Not be too worried. Just be like, guys, we're doing really well in this tournament. We currently have 7 wins. Let's just get our 8th one. So they do get Blizzy Axe, and that guy is really good on his axe.
That's true. Enchantress is like it's kind of sad sometimes when you have a player like Blizzy and you have to put him on a hero like Enchant. It's like a lane dominator, but it's not flashy. You can't like initiate and like create space kind of and like set up fights. So glad to see him back on the axe. Maybe that is the magic of the team. Feb, you called the Elder Titan pick. The ET Tide opening. It's pretty common, right?
Yeah, I don't understand it, but like ET, pretty well-rounded 5 that we've been seeing, and this seems to be a lot of teams opening. I remember EG opening with this Tide ET. Other teams have opened this too. The first pick, Tide ET. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. Every time I see Tide, he just seems so useless after the first Ravage. He wants to fight, but they just dodge him. The other team just dodges him. So
It's kind of
I-
the same problem as Viper sometimes. I
Yeah.
feel like.
I thought VP would make it work. I remember with Leshrac with the edict, so they forced the fight upon them because they're gonna be just dodging the Tide, so Leshrac can force them with the edict, but it just didn't happen.
So is there like another hero that could swap that out with like Death Prophet or something? Some like tower damage dealer?
That can work, but I think Leshrac was the perfect hero because DP has a long ultimate cooldown, Tide has a long ultimate cooldown, so I thought Leshrac would be perfect with it. But they didn't make it work, so I'm kind of curious as to see like what RNG would pick up to make this Tide Hunter ET work.
That was also the match against Navi, right? The VP Navi match, I
Yes,
believe.
yes, yes.
So
I think that was it.
Navi does have some experience against this Tide ET opening, I think.
But this time they don't have AA, so
Yep.
there is no damage. Navi needs some damage.
AA is still not banned though, so AA could be in the pool. But I think the Shadow Demon's most likely the 5 already.
Yeah, SD is probably the 5.
So Shadow Shaman, I think RNG has liked this hero. I believe they pick it a decentish amount.
It's one of Lanham's favorite heroes. But like every time I see his heroes, Lanham, he goes like whack item build. So the last time I saw Rasta on Lanham, he built Midas, and I haven't seen Midas on Shadow Shaman.
Did they win?
I think he won. Yeah, he won.
Sure.
Yeah.
He feels like one of those players to me that I just like trust his judgment. He does do weird stuff.
Yes.
But he also pulls like weird heroes out sometimes because he identifies exactly what's important. He's
but
like,
it
oh,
makes it work.
yeah, he's
Exactly.
like, oh, I need a defensive dispel, or oh, they have just a little bit too much burst damage, so I'm gonna pick tree to skill living armor. It's like he
Uh-huh.
does weird shit like that sometimes. That just
Yeah.
becomes genius.
Yeah.
I don't know if Midas Shadow Shaman is one of those things, but I
Could've
like
been.
his creativity. I don't. Maybe it was.
Yeah. So I saw him play Warlock, and the other team had Ember to counter the Warlock because Warlock has no stuns, and Warlock he went yours to just debuff the
The Flame Guard.
yeah. So
Hmm.
He does this whack stuff. He's like the eternal envy from position 4, I think.
So this Grim pick, I thought Grim was gonna be picked a lot more this tournament. I put him as my most picked in the compendium.
Really?
Yeah, but most teams have been kind of undervalue him. I think. I think he provides a lot. His ult, he has gotten much weaker. It has no slow. You have to draft around this Grimstroke ultimate, which I don't think Navi even has that much pairing with him. They have Battle Hunger and they have Demonic Purge, and then they have Disruption. That's kind of it right now. But there are Grims who get really farmed and they get their own sheep. But then on the other side, RNG gives Monet another Gyrocopter, and that guy crushed it last game.
I think Grim is actually excellent this game because of how good his silence is, actually. The first 3 heroes from RNG, the silence is excellent. It's like these, like, obvious, oh, he's going to cast a spell type heroes where you have a good opportunity. So I just feel like it's an excellent Grimstroke game because he's not a good hero at, like, instantly disabling people, other than with the silence, kind of. And the heroes that they have like are ones that you can play against them and just become a damage hero. You can effectively use your damage against them with this lineup.
Also
Yeah.
against Tide, he can't purge the silence.
Yep, exactly. So it's just a perfect Grim game. I'm a little surprised you put him on your most picked, I guess. What always happens at TI, I feel like, is like the heroes leading into the tournament. Generally, maybe it's just because Valve has been doing baby nerfs on all the meta heroes right before TI. They'll do like a couple small patches, but there's always like some hero that people didn't value correctly, like Mirana 4, for example, that just like comes in and like dominates the predictions.
This draft is going so fast right now.
Is it?
Pretty fast.
Oh, there's a techies band, sick.
Yeah, both teams are trying to, get in the game. At least Navi is. Almost no reserve time used. So they
So
picked the TA.
They banned out almost all Magical's heroes, by the way.
Yeah.
We
TA
saw him play Lone Druid earlier.
Yeah, it looks like a really good TA game.
I think it's a low questionable against the Gyro at some points. If the Gyro and the TA are fat and they both pop BKBs and they both go down, the Gyro can manfight the TA, I think, fairly well. But the TA is really good against everyone else on RNG.
A little fun fact: there was a time in the TI practice era that because of Zayak, everyone thought that Techies was OP. So every team started kind of practicing Techies and they just gave up on it. And I think RNG realized that through the practices and they just banned out the Techies in the second ban phase.
I wonder why. It seemed like is like techies good against Eldertine Tide because they're both melees or something? I'm not sure.
It's just he's a specialist in that hero, right?
Yeah.
Guess so.
Ooh.
All right, Underlord against this lineup.
It's a mid Underlord.
Oh,
What?
I'm excited. What's gonna happen?
How is that matchup gonna TA versus Underworld?
I would think TA favored. Well, there's no more denies.
I think
So-
it's gonna be 5-5, wouldn't it?
I believe it should be even. I think even this Underlord is actually really interesting. I think
I mean, he's gonna have like a 20 some damage advantage
mhm.
against. So Underlord denying might actually be close to. It won't be even, but he'll still have some of them, right?
Yeah. I think it's more so that Navi is gonna play a fast draft. I think with the Jug after they reveal the Jug pick.
Uh huh.
They're gonna want to drop the Sealing Ward. They're gonna get the Aegis on the TA, blink on the Axe, and they're gonna run at towers and hit you. And I think this Underlord is gonna be this really tanky hero that can sit in the front. And if he gets purged by the Shadow Demon, it doesn't matter. If he gets blinked on by the TA, it doesn't matter. And he's this meat shield that allows this Tidehunter to then walk in after and then ravage and back him up.
That makes a lot of sense actually, especially because they have Tide solutions. Tide can't just frontline and guarantee Ravage, so this gives them a good way to be able to combo that. That makes a lot of sense.
They have a lot of this AoE like counter initiate. They have the Echo Stomp from Elder Titan. They have Gyrocopter Call Down. They have a Hex if the TA blinks too far out from the Shadow Shaman. So there's a lot of these things where they commit a little too far on this Underlord. I think they'll turn the fight really quickly.
And they actually don't have that much damage outside of like some magic burst, soul catcher, and physical. So the aura from Underlord and maybe even like a Crimson Guard or something, isn't that just gonna like negate a lot of Navi's damage?
It will.
Huh.
I don't think it gets purged by the Shadow Demon, correct?
Which one?
Crimson Guard?
Crimson gets purged.
It does?
Pipe doesn't get purged.
Okay, okay.
I was kind of wondering who's gonna play the 4, SD or the what's that, Grim, but it's such a good SD game. They have 2 fatties in the front line for RNG side, so I think that's why they put the position 4 on SD.
Yeah. So It will be the mid Underlord. He does have 2 tangos, so ready to hit up the mid lane.
Wow, mid Underlord.
He went passive already too.
He's
ready.
committed. I mean, if you're going mid,
Yeah, you should. You get more damage, a little damage reduction
it's got 69 damage on average.
with a quelling blade. That's what, 80 damage, 90 damage,
It's so
90
much.
da-
It's
90
like 85.
93 damage.
80. Yes, your math is better today.
Today.
Wow, RNG has such good teamwork. Look at Tide, Gyro, and ET's damage. All 52.
Wow, they planned that out. So they're gonna try to get scouted by this Shadow Demon. I don't think he caught anyone, so they don't know where RNG's heroes are. If he gets Gush level 1, they could get a first blood here, but Navi's just gonna back it up, as will RNG.
Nothing too weird item build wise. Other than this smoke on Axe. This is how it gets the creep cut easily.
He got given it by the Seneko.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to do.
They're probably gonna do the same thing they did against I think oh, it was Alliance that did it with the tree, where they gave the 4 a free level 2, and then they went to the tri lane. So I think they might do something similar like that. Give this Shadow Demon level 2. He goes top, gets a disruption on a hero into a Ink Swell, and then maybe they kill someone top.
Sounds pretty doable.
It looks like he's just gonna use it to cut. X-Fear is really bad playing the safe lane because he can't farm the neutral camps. So it looks like he's just gonna stay in the bottom lane.
He did smoke for the creep cut here, and it's gonna work. Like there's an observer ward here, but they're not gonna see him coming. So
Yeah, he expected this ward.
they
Nice
might
play by Navi.
they might figure it out later though. Like, cause obviously it's just gonna be the Shadow Demon sitting in this creep wave. So we'll see. Oh, and he's just shadow poisoning the creep wave too. He will get some of these tonight though. No, not that one though. He didn't. He missed one of the
And
creeps. That
top
was
lane,
kind of
they're
weird.
gonna go on the Lanham. Ink Swell's gonna stun him up. They're gonna spin him. He's just gonna TP out. He should be fine.
He's actually going to where Axe is.
Wow, that was pretty clutch. He TPs to deny a lot of the creeps because he's got a superior base damage with 74.
Oh no, Blizzy, he doesn't know. He's gonna take a lot of damage. He actually is just gonna go down, I think. He can't do anything.
Yeah, it looks like it. The
Just a little
question is who will get the kill?
The tower will. No first
It
blood.
looks like Tower's gonna get it.
Well played. He's gonna miss, I think, 2 waves because of that. So that was a really nice rotation by Lana.
Shadow Demon picks up 2 now. It's got boots.
Holy, look at mid lane. 9-3 to 2-0.
I mean, look at this. He's got 65 damage. Underlord's hitting for 100 already. He can use Refraction. He still does equal damage.
It's got minus 10 damage because of the world.
Is this the new meta?
Please no.
Just got to pick Underlord against TA mid. I mean, I'm down, dude. This is awesome. And now every time he's around Hero Dust, he's going to get some permanent damage. You ever done carry Underlord?
No.
That's not good. But it's fun.
The Bassi finished up.
He's actually just dumpstering. 14-5 versus 5-2.
Oh,
Shadow Demon disrupts, but the Lana picked up the DD rune bot.
Lan MDD.
He's got all
So
this movement
hard.
speed already too.
Hits so hard.
Is the Axis laning bot normally now?
Yeah, looks like it.
He can't go back to cut. He missed so much, and they just do the same kill him again. So
Yeah.
you're just gonna try to lane it up now. But
Especially with 2 supports bottom.
yeah,
Is that okay to leave Tideslow zone though? I mean, that's ultimately what started this, right? They almost killed Shaman. He TPs the bot lane, goes and harasses Axe, and now he's just gone, right? So
yeah, it's his lane's gonna be horrible, I think. But you can't no supports is gonna save this lane. If he gets Ink Swelled and spun, he's dead, almost no matter what. So
it was just better to win the tri lane, basically.
yeah, I think it's better to shut down the Axe.
There's gonna be a lot of stacks for the Axe, so I think Axe feels a lot more happier than the Tide. Too.
Surprised he's not using skills here, but I guess he was waiting for the Shadow Demon to get here. This creep might really screw them. Okay.
Doesn't.
Just tips them on the edge.
This Kraken's gonna pop soon.
It's actually so smart that he's not attacking him directly, because he doesn't want to prac the Kraken. I was like, come on, dude, you got this.
Nice.
Yeah, if he attacked him a little bit, there was a chance that Kraken procs before he gets the 4th stack, and then he doesn't do enough damage. That was a nice kill.
And now
Mid
he's
is-
gonna stack more for the axe.
Dude, mid is still going so bad for the TA.
It's pleased.
This is crazy, man. He's gonna pull it too, and stack. Oh, he's gonna farm.
He wants the damage.
He's gonna get it. Nice. Shadow Demon's gonna try to get a triple stack in the dire jungle. He's gonna mess up
failed.
one, but
He failed.
he got a 2 stack.
33% fail.
Yeah.
That's a win.
It's probably gonna be for Magical, I think, since his lane's going so bad. He's gonna ruin his Axe's game for his own. Crystallize might turn this with a Ink Swell on him and try to kill both of them. Just turning on Lana. He should go down. I think 1 or 2
He has
hits.
another gush.
No, he should be. He's fine.
Flyby has another gush. He's good.
Being patient though.
Nice rotation.
Snakeo back to the top lane. Items going to crystallize. That'll give him his phase pretty soon here.
So while that was happening at top, Magical cleared out the ancients, the jungle.
Oh well.
Yeah, he just left mid lane.
He can't late. This Underlord's way too strong.
Yeah, this Tapigu is too strong.
So 3-0-2 skill build. Not too weird.
He won Bassi into soaring, so he's a lot of mana to work with.
Yep. Guardian's coming up. Looks
Ooh,
pretty good for
high
Radiant.
die here.
He has a shrine if he can get to it. They did pop it early, so he is healing up.
It's nicely done. So it was only 3 bounties. Somebody got one
Someone's
tonight.
picking up
Oh,
the first one, the last one.
gotcha. So
2
2
for
and
2.
2. A boring 2 for 2. Shadow Demon in the mid lane. He's going to have his Arcane Boots money already finished. Helps get those kills.
I think this is one of the worst starts that I've seen from Blizzy Axe. It's not his fault too. Like the RNG decided to try lane bottom, but his game is kind of ruined. He tried to cut, but the gyro played good, and he just came over to the axe, stopped his cutting. So now he's just gonna go to the jungle.
I think it's going to be big if Navi can't catch this axe up, but I think RNG might just roll over them. The Jug, I think, is not going to be able to do enough against all these tanky heroes. His
Oh.
damage is kind of limited.
Afu's going to block this stack
Oh,
here.
Flyby goes down top. I think that was just a disruption into an Ink Swell, and then they just spam.
Dude, if Eldertine saps this experience, this is actually so bad for Blizzy.
Is he gonna
Blizzy
try
doesn't
to
know.
steal it?
The poor man's only level. He's only level 3, dude. He just had to use his second salve.
Lana.
This is so rough.
He's missing so much XP for bottom lane too. Monet knows that Axe is just jungling and he's just pushing out bottom lane.
Axe is fine losing this XP, I guess. But Lana, oh no, oh no. Blizzy, no.
I just feel bad, dude. You ever have those games where you like kill one guy so many times you just feel bad killing him? Like the 6th time?
This
This feels like that, even though there's like literally millions of dollars on the line. Omni Slash coming.
well, that was cool. Ink Swell during the Omni Slash. The last bounce gonna be low off the mark, but he doesn't have mana to spin on him. Should walk towards the rocket. Nice. He's gonna take it
Naiko
out.
though.
Yeah, Soneko's gonna give his life for the cause.
Not all bad for RNG, but good to get those Omni Slashes on cooldown, get the kills. Alright, Blizzy finally getting some level catch up here on the bot lane.
He bought a bracer to try to, supplement his HP. The Vanguard's gonna be way too, far away. He's probably gonna buy the ring, but I think he might even skip going the full Vanguard. Try to get a blink so he can do things earlier.
Probably phase first though, right?
Yeah.
I feel like whenever they skip it, they just go phase, blink. Well,
Top this gyro now with the Bassi. He's gonna pressure top, pressure the lane. The bot tier one's already killed, so this gyro is doing quick work with the map.
And Tide similar position as Axe here, buys the poverty bracer, I guess.
Poverty bracer, I like that.
Magical having a pretty nice game. I think his lane went a little rough. For the Underlord actually destroyed him for the first couple of minutes, but now he's just kind of hitting some jungle camps.
Yeah, he's tied with him in levers.
He was
I
really
think
close to
it's-
net worth too.
Yeah,
That's a dead gyro. That was probably a pretty important kill, huh? Whoops. Ink Swell, maybe Shadow Poison stacks.
Yeah.
My bad.
Come on, Observer Purge.
I'm sorry, I was trying to sound smart. Failed on both accounts.
Just stick to the obsing. Febby will stick to being smart
And play-by-play casting.
and play it.
Don't think I'll let you off the hook, Febby.
You got it, Febby?
I got it.
Nice, nice. Magical finishing up this ancient stack. Underlord just farming his own jungle. I think the Gyro is gonna. No, he TP'd bot, so he's gonna just want to farm the safer farm. He got sad about dying once.
He
So
wants to keep bullying the Breezy.
yeah, the Lanham is here, so if he gets a nice hex to do a shackle, he's
One
probably gonna go
hit,
down.
Shackler, Mona with the and boink.
Too bad the boink was on a creep.
Sad Breezy.
He
Looks
has
like
the chainmail, almost half of phase boots now. But the phase boots doesn't change anything. A lot of the damage is magical from RNG at this point. Between Rocket Barrage and Ether Shock.
You see Magical's regret there. He really wanted the Wild Wing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not worth it. Somebody will find a present later.
Maybe it'll be the Blizzy Axe.
Yeah, probably.
Zayak's having a really great game. He's already a 6 without the help of the tool.
Let's just switch to net worth before I forget.
Oh, a pre-10-minute net worth?
Yep, the 933 net worth.
He's so
Congratulations.
farmed. Look at him. He's higher than the Axe. SD.
Don't think
That's
it's that hard for a hero to be above the Axe at this point.
That is true, but he is ridiculously farmed. He almost has lens.
After this tower, he probably will have the lens finished. Oh, they know the other time's above them, but they can't do anything about it. He's too far.
Yeah, RNG is pretty happy with this trade. Mid tier 1 is a lot more important than the off lane tier 1.
They also lost bounties though. That's quad bounties for Navi.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
That quad bounty just secured a 1k gold advantage for them as well.
Is it worth it for their mid tower though? I guess they also got top.
Probably, yeah. If they can do something with it. If they play the map slow still, I think it'll be bad that they lost the mid tower.
The main reason why SD is this farmed, I think, is because of all the stacks that he's been doing for the Magic Core. Magic Core's net worth is a lot higher than the Pit Lord, Underlords, even though like he got trashed in the lane.
That's true. That's not very normal. Well, I guess it's normal for TA, but oh, this Underlord skill build's really cool. It's been a long time since I saw something like this, like just a full ulti skip. But man, if you're dumpstering, why do you even need Dark Rift?
I wonder if he's gonna get talents anytime soon. Are his 10 talents even?
Not really.
Movement
The
speed?
the
His
fire.
second one's pretty cool.
That's true.
Oh, but he got the movement speed.
The attribute permanent bonus. Is that the one you're talking
The
about?
Oh, I
right-
was talking about the right one, the
Oh.
plus 18 Firestorm wave damage.
Yeah, it's nice for like killing creep waves without having to interact with it, but to be honest, 30 movement speed is so much, especially when you have phase
Yeah,
boots.
I was gonna say the phase boots.
I guess for
Yeah.
mid Underlord, I think like he wants to move around faster and hit stuff, so yeah, that
He's
makes
really
sense.
fast actually. 479, I think, when he uses phase boots.
This is a hard carry Underlord, guys. Get ready. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's going in Atos.
Yep.
That's really cool. So you can pit and then you Atos, and then
Yeah.
the pit hits again after the end
It's
of the
gonna be a
Atos.
triple root.
Not very useful against Jug, but against like TA and even Axe, it can be fantastic.
Oh, this can be a great smoke from Lanham, the RNG side. Hex has gone down. The Shackle being timed, but the silence is there. Personalized just TP's out. Spin TP, and Soneko is just going for the sacrificial land.
I think they might have been a little greedy with the Ravage. I think if they Ravage there, he goes down during the Hex.
How are you supposed to know when the silence is gonna go away though? Maybe you can't do it in time. And are they?
Yeah, Soneko's positioning was really good like this.
And I'm not even sure they could kill him in time because there'd be like a Ravage stun, but then I don't know, maybe you would have hit him with Homie Missile follow, but feels a
They're
little bit
going
hard.
on Afu here. Magical does have DD,
I
but
think he's gonna go down. That might have been. It's a little too far.
yeah,
Oh, missed the fourth.
Magical doesn't want it. They're just too far away.
Would have had to get the 5 stack, I think.
Dude, he feels so comfortable to just
Oh,
shadow
look
poison.
at bottom. They're defending bottom.
Going on the Axe. Oh, they Ravage for
First
2.
Ravage. Oh, his right clicks. Oh my god.
Just can't get a break, dude.
Dude, they actually Ravaged for him.
200 damage. First swing.
Top lane, they're gonna drop the wards on the Shadow Demon. His Shadow Poison days are finally over.
4 now. He's got Tranquil Boots. That's gonna be easier to run away in the future.
Wow. Dude, Blizzy is having a rough one.
Lanham got a pretty quick Aether Lens here. Both supports actually doing quite well. Lanham and
Zayat?
is that how you say it?
Zayach? Zayak?
Fuck.
Shadow Demon.
Navi's 4 player.
Yes. That good player. You know
That
that
Earth
one.
Spirit guy.
Underlord queuing up for his Crimson Guard. Here definitely feels pretty magnificent when you get a few defensive items.
Yeah, he finally upgraded his ult, so
I
he
think
can be active.
I think Solar Crest would have been a lot better because Crimson can get purged through SD's ulti.
But only on one person.
Still
and
hurts your team
and
with
against
the
like
Omni.
Omni Slash and yeah, TA right clicks. I don't know. It's only one guy that's gonna get hit, and it's probably gonna go on like gyro or something. In most cases, anyways.
Oh, look at this smoke from both sides actually.
Not even 15-minute bounty runes. They just want to take a fight. I think
Maybe
if RNG finds
Magical.
magical,
Maybe Magical is gonna be the sacrificial lamb here.
yeah, it looks like he's gonna get a nice Atos into a rod on him.
He wants
He's
to
trying to
get
get
the
the
W
first.
first.
Too bad. Roots give.
Oh,
true sight.
that's right. Okay, and there's the sentry. Monet also getting cleaned up though.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Oh, that was so close.
So it looked to me with Monet dying here. He was sitting here before that gank happened. He probably started running in case there was a big team fight. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And they ran right into the Navi lineup.
Oh, Saya caught Lannon. 501 gold.
Holy
That's
crap,
a lot
dude!
of gold.
He's the carry now. 700 towards a blink dagger.
That dude, Lanham almost died to the TA.
Are you
Are
guys ready
they,
to?
are they really thinking about killing this?
Yeah, he could go down actually. They do have an Omni Slash ready.
But there are creeps nearby.
Oh no, he redid it.
Oh, it's nice.
He's not popping the
The Omni
buckler.
Slash.
Terrible move, dude.
Buckler, yeah, Buckler might have saved it.
He could have actually. I think the creep wave was close enough, and he wouldn't have had spin.
Is that the quad bound? 3 bounty runes, okay. Triple bounty runes for Navi. Even game though, net worth wise. Blizzy still laning. Laning stage goes on if you do a bad job, guys.
So like we said, this Grimmel hasn't really been used, and what is it going to be used for? I think TA does nothing, Omni does nothing.
Demonic Purge. That's by far the best thing.
Yes.
And Silence, of course. But I think it's okay. Like some games, Grim ulti, like the hero's still good without his ultimate. Honestly,
Yep.
in,
Yeah, I
in a lot
agree.
of games.
Especially against Tide. Speaking of Tide, he's got Blink Dagger. I
Cool.
haven't seen this like before. First Tide.
I like it. I think it's like because of the Underlord, right? This Underlord can now be the tanky hero in the front, and this Underlord, or the Tidehunter sees the Underlord get gone on, he can blink in from the fog, not have to worry about getting silenced or, you know, bounded by the Grimstroke, and then actually get a nice Ravage off on 2, 3, 4 heroes.
Yep.
So Arcane Rune's going to be bought. No one's probably going to spot it right now, but some nice aggressive wards from Seneko.
Yeah, even blocked the ancient camp too. Doesn't want to let them have anything. Wow, he's going.
BKB first.
Maybe.
You bought the Ogre X.
Maybe he bought that because he was dying or something. He might have bought that when he got ganked up or something.
Maybe.
Seems a little weird, but it's not like you even lose that much gold. They changed the formula, remember? So, yeah, hey, who knows?
You suppose. So they scanned Roche. Someone scanned Roche and they hit. So they might think that the other team is Roche. I believe it was an RNG Roche.
Oh, he got the attribute permanent damage. I knew it. Carry Underlord.
What's his damage now? 8?
Well, every kill that happens, he's gonna get 12,
Okay.
which is kind of insane.
I've never seen people get that talent. Wow.
It just got buffed, right? It used to be something else,
Yeah.
or they upped the number. I don't remember.
He does have the Crimson Guard finish now.
Okay. Like in late game situations, you can deal a lot of damage. It doesn't. One downside is it doesn't apply to Ags. I don't know if you ever bought that before. Like once in a great while, it kind of feels. It's actually kind of.
Oh, they're
cool
going to go
Ags
made a
game.
nice call, and I think Swell the Monet is going to go down.
Gyro
They're gonna
just
miss the charm.
exploded. They are gonna be turning on this axe though.
Axe is going to go down. He's going to give this away.
Hey, but he was there for that first kill. That's
Yeah,
huge.
just in time for that talent tree to kick in.
20 damage. He's ready. I think the other one, it used to be the you'd get bonus damage from enemy hero deaths. I was gonna say, Axe on Underlord is actually not terrible this game with the gyro pairing, because if you can pump like an extra 200 damage, 200 is a
It'd be
lot,
like
but
100, right?
100 extra damage, something like that is probably normal. It doesn't, you don't get the bonus from the permanent damage though. Only
It's like
the
50% of your aura, right?
Yes, I believe that's correct. But that could hypothetically be cool if he goes Ags, because normally you buy like Ags, you go Satanic, your damage is weak, but if you pair it with somebody else, it could be really good.
Oh, look at this
Monet,
on bottom.
oh no.
I think he's dead.
No, he's good. He'll walk it off.
Oh, that's a fierce madman for sure. Dies, TP's back, dies again. Oh my
And then
god.
Navi just squad TPs out. I mean, that gank was so easy. It's Like the cast range on Demonic Purge is insane right now. Right,
What's the 20 talents for Underlord? Does he have any cool
attack speed and regen.
Oh,
Did you say cool ones? It's the attack speed
It's the
for
attack
sure.
speed.
Yeah, it's not the usual tanky pit or underlord that we have. It's gonna be all attack.
Maybe we'll see.
They're gonna just get a free Roche. The Serpent Words were dropped. I
Navi
don't think
does.
Navi can't contest this.
Maybe Navi can fight after it goes down. It is going down quite slow here.
Blizzy might jump in. He wants to.
Dude, they have 2 Serpent Words out of the pit. They can't attack Roche, can they?
I guess not. That's the only reason they didn't finish it.
Yeah, that was 2,000 damage right there.
Shadow Demon's ready to finish Roche himself.
Blizzy is
Wow,
either
it's
in a
golden
really
Roche.
great
Why-
position or a horrible position.
Why is he doing this?
Whenever he's rooted, he becomes his true colors.
Oh, I guess if he continuously stacks Roshan with Shadow Poison, that if their opponents go back into Roshan, he could steal the last hit
Yeah,
consistently.
too bad he's gonna die to the smoke. Snake's gonna pop it.
Sexu knows his job.
Blizzy,
Setsu.
Blizzy's
Gotta
gonna
watch Blizzy.
He's trusting in himself. Oh, he has the vision. He's gonna get
Shows
the
vision.
call.
Oh, 3-man core.
He got it.
Snatches the Aegis too. Landon was just a bit late on that disable.
He's gonna go down. I think he's gonna go down twice. Well, Crystallize is rotating over. The Ink Soul's gonna be ready. He's rolling out. Nice dodge of the Ravage by Crystallize. Catches no one at all. Flybyte's gonna go down to the top of the fight. Blizzy's still alive. RNG needs to cut their losses and get out of there.
Got Omni Slash. Can chase, but everybody's so slow.
Magicore is coming from the side. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just enough. Moonette, that's the 3rd time in the
gonna catch
past
this
5
Underlord.
minutes?
Blinks up soon on the Axle.
Nah, 8 seconds, 8 seconds.
Still has the ult. Omni Slash of Underlord taking almost no damage, but
because of the Crimson Guard.
Crimson Guard is there.
Yeah, and he's also got Mjolnir, so he doesn't actually have that much raw damage, so a lot of it's getting blocked right off the bat. Well,
Wow,
Very good
Blizzy
for Navi.
X.
I'm-
Blizzy
Blizzy
X.
getting the big call just when they needed it.
I mean, stealing the Aegis is awesome and all, but like, what about the Ravage? What the hell was up with that? It's like he tries to get the Jug. Did he think
Jug spun?
maybe he tried to blink, but it got canceled by something?
Maybe.
And that's
I
why it
think the
looked so
Shadow
bad.
Demon was above him.
Yeah.
Or the Grim. Yeah, the Shadow Demon was above the Tide at the top of the fight, and I think he hit him
Oh.
with the poison.
So interrupted the Ravage. Gotcha. Yeah, because it looked so bad, right? It looked like he was trying to just a ground Ravage against a Jug.
Yeah.
But that changes everything.
I think the game has fully swung into Navi's favor. That was, I think that was like RNG's big moment, right? They get this Aegis. This Underlord is a tanky hero. He hits really hard, and the Gyro's would have gotten his BKB, right, with the bonus gold, and if he didn't die.
Yeah.
So now it's like, what's the game plan for RNG? I think this Underlord hasn't shown much value. It did really good in the lane. He's really farmed, but past that, I haven't seen some crazy value of this 10th pick Underlord.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet for sure.
And now that they don't have this Aegis, I'm kind of concerned for their timing of what they want to do. I think this Navi draft, now that they're getting the lead, they actually are going to have the items to deal damage and kill the RNG heroes. And I don't think RNG has built-in damage to their heroes.
They do. It's right here.
That's true.
32 bonus for free. It might work. It's not gonna work.
He's going to go Solar Crest, just like Febby said earlier.
That's cool.
Good item. And they're going to re-smoke again.
They actually really need it for Gyrocopter because he's got BKB now, but I mean it's still like Meld Strikes and Deso and Omni Slash stuff. And SNY queued up for Jug. Interesting. Okay.
The smoke's going to catch no one. They're just clearing out their jungle, getting a nice ward down, but I think the Navi smoke is going to be the bigger one. They're going to take the triangle
Oh, they
high
got this
ground,
game.
but
I like how Setsu is like
Oh, he
tanking
walked
up
up.
first.
he spots Blizzy. He's going to drop a pit on him. Blizzy's glimmered, so taking no damage.
Stops him from blinking in though. I think that's why I prioritized him.
Alright, almost nothing happened, but this whole triangle is now controlled by Navi. And
Blink up on Shadow Shaman as well. So if somebody gets out of position, they can definitely fight.
Magical Blink BKB finished on him now, queuing up a Desolator, dealing a lot of physical damage.
No, you mean
Or
Daedalus?
Daedalus, yeah.
Yeah, he's really far ahead. Considering his laning stage, this is excellent.
I think it was in part to the Shadow Demon. His stacking gave a lot of gold to him and the TA. So whenever he walked in the jungle and took all those stacks, both of them accelerated,
And Blizzy cried.
and Blizzy fed. But he was 053.
He made up for it
And
by
he
that
made up for
super Aegis snatch.
That's true.
Yeah, we gotta give some credit to Zayak though. He did a great job giving vision with the
Yeah, and the
shadow
grip.
poison.
They he Stroke of Fate during the Roche as well.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
both
that's
of their
right.
supports can give vision of the pit, which makes roaching really hard for Radiant
Oh,
this
look
game.
at this. Navi's trying to catch.
We got an
whoever's mid
EG
pushing
fan
bottom.
here. Setsu, big EG fan over here.
Where Flyby get caught. He has been caught cooldown. Zayak is holding on to disruption. He knows he can just TP out. He's waiting for Soneko to come over. The two Navi supports.
Good blink.
Oh, blocks the pad.
Oh my effing god.
1300 damage.
Yeah, with that level 15 talent just picked up. Not just picked up, I guess, but with that level 15 talent, does a lot of
That was
damage.
crazy.
Yo, this guy is legit. Honestly,
This guy's good.
he's good. It just blows my mind that 5 stacks with a soul catcher and that's a dead offlane hero. That's it. He didn't right click him once. It's just like,
It's not even just a offline here, it's a Tide Hunter, right?
yeah.
This hero's like, oh, support's hitting me, I took 2 damage.
But it's like it's literally the perfect thing to kill him. The soul catcher didn't proc Kraken, and then you hit him with one other massive source of damage, and he just dies. It's crazy.
Oh, they're gonna get
And
a
another
jump
one. Lizzie is there for the
Instant
wow.
Hex to cancel the call.
Is he using Hex or what?
Well, Lamb's
is.
actually gonna live. They're gonna jump on the Blizzy Axe. His
A lot
call's
of
gonna be canceled by the
damage.
Earth Splitter, though. He's actually gonna get out the healing
But
ward's
healing
gonna
ward
heal
sealing
him
him.
up. Crystallize gonna try to chop them all down, but Underlord's just gonna ult them all
Oh.
out. Nice disruption, but
Almost.
they do get out.
I think even if you're banished, you
You
still
still
get
TP,
pulled,
yeah.
right? As long as you're within the area.
That was insane pre-clicking from Lannon. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
He actually lived there. No one died. Oh, nice call. But
But Flyby gets
there's
the
no,
bounty.
there's no follow-up, right?
Other than Shadow Demon
There's
hard
follow-up
carry.
on the Shadow Demon.
Oh, this one looks rough now.
Navi's hard carry going down here, boys.
Is he gonna
Will he get the blink off?
No.
Nah, the root is gonna root him into places.
So, turns out the fight actually was bad for Navi. They lost a hero.
Yeah.
But I don't think it matters too much. Nothing really big used by RNG there. Magical's going to try to catch Lana. I think, yeah, he's going to go down. 2 hits.
Just 2 hits.
If only he had an auto hex script there, he would have been okay.
Are you sure he doesn't after that play mid?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, he did have a lot of thinking to do when he was disrupted.
That's true. It wasn't like an Astro, you know, where you lose intelligence.
Yep.
You kind of just sat there in a ball, and
He's like, boy, I wonder if they're going on me.
he saw the axe slowly walk up, right? And
That's my instant disable.
so, all right.
So look at bottom lane, guys. There's a magical zone. Look at how many traps there are.
I don't know how RNG needs to take a fight now with their heroes.
There's like 2 in the trees too.
Oh. Interesting how it interacts with trees.
Yeah, it
Magical
kind of
zone.
goes over the trees. I think the RNG needs to take a fight, and they need to force BKB on the T8 and the spin on the Jug. And I think if they can not take a lot of damage during that, they do still have a lot of damage, right? The Elder Titan, coupled with the Underlord and the Gyrocopter, are still, I think, going to do a lot. But these BKB timings for Navi are way too strong right now. They're so farmed that you can't burst a hero, I think, without any counterplay.
Yeah, one and one some for damage at least on the axe before fighting. He almost has it. 100 gold off.
Man, it's not even going to be that good, though. It's already losing, like... Oh, wait, same team. Sorry. Never mind.
Losing damage from the axe calling him, right?
From his own ally. It won't be terrible. Another way to break tier refraction, that kind of a thing.
Maybe if the Underlord goes in Ags and gives him some damage, right?
He could. I doubt he'll do it, to be honest.
He can solar him, give him some attack speed,
Yeah,
80
that's
attack
helpful.
speed.
That'll help. Yeah, he'd probably won't coax. I think you would need, if you had like 2 right-click cores, if it was like a gyro and a TA or something, maybe. but-
Roshan's gonna spawn. I think that favors Navi. Their Roche is really strong. The fight. They have 2 ways to get vision in the Roche pit. They have an axe call, which covers Roche pit. They're continually gonna be able to trap, get vision of this Roche pit.
That's true.
Yeah, they have so many stuff to give vision.
And they have tons of physical damage too.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
So they do it really quickly. I think RNG does have good control if Navi tries to force it themselves, but RNG can never do Roche. I think this game, whereas Navi can do it really quickly.
They tried their best. Couldn't do it. Mech on Tide actually is going to go for survivability. Okay.
I think it's okay. Like I said, they need to survive the BKBs, right? I think this Mech will maybe let them survive the BKBs. And Saneko's gonna walk
EDTA.
up.
I have huge vision advantage for Royal here.
Well, nice BKB dodge and Ravage by Blizzy. Saneko's gonna go down without casting a single spell. Crystallize is gonna spin down Flyby. Flyby just goes down instantly.
God.
Lana is also gonna go down, but a nice ward
It's
trap
a
on the Shatter.
DDTA, not RNG. You guys
I
have
think
to
they're
get
just
out.
gonna Roche.
And he's got Daedalus Desolator. Oh my god. I mean, the Ravage was a good attempt, kind of, but maybe a little bit too late. And the instant BKB from Blizzy.
Yeah, that was a nice
It's
BKB reaction.
It's caught, what, a support? They hit Grimstroke with the Ravage or something like that. I'm really surprised that fight went bad because that was a vision advantage for Royal. They had ward and sentry on the high ground. But they just weren't quite confident to jump in so early.
I think it's this net worth advantage is too big right now. Item-wise, they're so tanky on Dire, even though you would think Radiant Seers are tanky.
Oh, instant D-ward there.
Blizzy's
Blizzy
gonna
goes
blink
in.
up. They still have Omni Slash, so Crystallize might try to jump all of them. Blizzy's gonna go down.
What was Magical waiting for? That's my question.
Magical is gonna get
I
ran
think
down.
it's just gonna get
He's dead
caught.
too.
It's got no BKB.
That's a big mistake. Look at that gold for Setsu.
Oh, only if they just went Rouge.
Oh,
Oh,
they're
they're
trying to
gonna-
catch Saneko.
And the Jug is also at the bottom of the fight, but he's gonna spin TP.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah, that was a really nice punish there. They were ready to go. They wanted more
Might even
kills.
try to force Rose.
Weren't we just like 5 seconds away from...
It's not
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Navi
it wasn't
taking
on,
it.
but it's gonna be up in like 15 seconds.
Well, that'll be enough time. Axe respawning. Maybe could
He
have
ain't
tried
no
to steal
buy.
another one, but...
Wait, are they gonna hit the high ground
How?
here? They have no buybacks from Navi.
I don't know how long I've been on hero level, but sorry in advance. Whoops. He got it. The attack. No, I'm just kidding. That's health regen.
I feel like he needs the attack speed.
He actually does do a shell. Look at his damage. Plus 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been pretty cool to see.
They also would have let them, I think, actually Roche here. I don't think this health talent's gonna help them Roche.
Me get tank better.
He has a type and they have lives.
You might be right.
Is there a
Okay,
buff?
Afu is stuck. And he has no TP too.
Any force steps?
They know. Blizzy might try, but... Oh, Blizzy is going to try.
Oh
my god, Blizzy, don't
Is he
do
gonna
it
get
again.
it again?
He did it again!
Oh
Oh
my
my
god. Second time in one game.
They didn't get the cheese. Cheese is on the Underlord.
Afu is still stuck there with no TP.
Monet pops the cheese.
A
Jug's gonna get
Ravage
hexed.
pop.
Jug still has Omni Slash. Jug's gonna go down! Blizzy goes down the first time.
Afu is still stuck there.
Magical
Magical
pops his
pops his
BKB.
BKB. He
Blizzy's
has
gonna go instantly down. RNG's doing it. They're winning the fight. He's gonna
Can-
get rooted up. He can't blink on the, the axe. Gyrocopter's perched up. Soul Catcher.
Magical's BKB is ran out.
Afu's
dead.
out.
Jug buyback. Omni Slash is doing no damage at all. They're all just gonna get TP'd out.
Yo. So it was incredible, and then it was not incredible, basically. Here's the replay.
The Gyro gets the cheese. He pops it, and then they get an instant hex in the Jug. Look at the damage from the Surf Splitter. He just
Yeah.
died in a hex.
Afu was stuck in the perfect
Yeah.
position there
He was
to lower
he's
his armor
protected.
and magic resistance.
Magical dealt a lot of damage during his BKB.
Did he?
No.
He like jumped and he kind of did some tide damage.
he
He,
kills-
chased after the gyro, then he goes up here to hit Lan-Em, but Lan-Em has Ghost Scepter, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, you're
Yeah.
hexed and dead.
Lannon played wonderfully that fight on
And then
that
the
high ground.
the Juggernaut bought back to try to turn the fight in his team's favor, but a nice TP out from the Underlord. 5 smoothly right there.
Maybe he trapped Afu on purpose to bait Navi to fight
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, that's what I would have done there too.
On the bright side for Royal, they do keep getting the last hit on Rush, so they're getting a little bit extra gold.
Yep.
That's kind of nice. But
They're getting all the experience as well.
Yeah.
that was Crystallized the first death, by the way. 6, 1, and 3 for him. Take a look at the other KDAs. Apparently, Afu just owning 5, 0, and 10 on the support Elder Tide. Nobody just wants to hit them, I guess. They just don't care.
Uh-huh,
So the-
even though he was stuck.
Yeah, he used Ward Trap, but it didn't matter. So the really scary thing actually right now is that Jug doesn't have buy.
And X, so RNG does have a win condition here in the next 8 minutes or 7. If they do get a pick off on Jug and X, it's gonna be a 5v4 for a very long time.
Alright, I think RNG should probably stop roshing though. Don't you think? When-
There
when
is a
Blizzy's
pattern.
alive.
There's a pattern here.
Sure, that fight didn't turn out bad, but if you want Aegis, like take the fight to Navi Roshan, right?
I mean, I would agree with you, but the next Roche is actually huge. It's third Roche, so they're going to start getting some big items. So
But,
you
yeah.
can't just leave it there
I think they could get Ags on the Underlord.
and just do it easier. Is that the issue you're saying, that it just takes too long?
I think it takes too long.
It's not that good of damage though, honestly.
A smoke or RNG,
Maybe
but
if he had the attack speed.
It's really good when you win a fight. Basically, you can kill enemy. Rax is really good because then it's like you get all this bonus from killing enemy heroes. That's where it's good in my opinion. But just like having it normally, even having 100 damage is a lot. Like you're not gonna spend 4,000 for like 50.
You could get it from the third Roche.
Yeah, taking it for free, absolutely. I think it'd be
Probably the best, right? Gyro already has his own.
Tide
the Tide's
X is
okay.
good.
The
Shaman
Shaman,
Eggs.
probably not. I think he might get it.
Yeah.
But I think they'd prefer Refresher Shard for the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, going
Oh,
top. Oh, they're
they're
trying
gonna-
to set up for a defensive kill here. Yeah, they'll go to the side.
oh, this is
Did
so
they bring
good.
Shaman? They did. He's got blink.
Is Magical gonna step up?
Oh, Magical's
His
playing
spider
really far
senses
back.
are tingling. He wants Blizzard to go in front.
Oh, nice hex on the axe. I think they're just gonna shackle and take Lizzie out.
They
That
can roach now.
Complicated.
It's
They
safe.
can.
It's
That-
not there.
That
They
was
could
a
also
dieback too.
force high ground.
That
Oh,
sounds
buyback.
all right. Tier 2.
Tier 2 into Tier 3, I think. I don't think Navi has the tools to defend without the axe. He's all of their initiation. They have no stuns without the axe. So the best point they can do is just Stroke of Fate out of the lane and then Shadow Poison and try to not get caught on
Was
their heroes.
SD gonna go X? Yeah, he's gonna buy. No, he doesn't quite buy out.
He's
Yeah.
gonna save. He can't get caught. Dog. Nice blink from
I
him.
mean, the triple purge is so good though. But yeah, he's got to get a solo kill. He's got the fast. If he gets a 5-stack. Okay,
Nice.
Mantas right before he gets hit the 5th time. He's got to be careful on these.
He's missing all of them actually. Only hitting illusions.
And creeps.
And creeps.
Rax is dead.
Okay, his base might be dead, but I think he's got
Some annoying Shadow Poison
Okay.
spams from Zayak.
It's kind of incredible he had a BKB there. This is a double ult.
They can't do anything. They're just gonna walk away. Axe is still up.
They're trying to
dead
store for
5.
Axe here. Yeah, it's not
They're gonna
enough.
take the shrine.
Axe needs a TP right here.
Oh, like he can't.
Come on.
Nah, SD doesn't have ulti, no Grimstroke ulti. They just wanna reset.
700 gold till he has X.
Wow, this game swung. It broke open after that Roche.
The Pitter stack is stacking up. He's got 38 damage on the
I feel like it's
trophy order.
wasn't it 20 at like 10 minutes in the game?
Yeah, it really is not increasing very much. I don't know why it's so low. I guess 68, so... Oh, I'm sorry, it's
No, it's
150.
150. Oh,
152.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
That's
a
a
shit.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's like 36? That
Wow, it's going up hitting creeps.
it,
That's
it does
interesting.
go up really fast, actually.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think. Do you think he's regretting the health regen
Attack
talent?
speed.
70 attack. That's so much. He has no attack speed items.
It is. And him having phase as well in the movement speed kind of makes the attack speed feel a lot better, I would argue.
I think he got the health regen when they were still losing, right?
Alright, Navi
I'm
knows
not
that they're
sure.
coming for this shrine.
Well, there's a DD bottled on magical.
Yeah, they want to take this fight with the DD magical.
They need to kill this Shadow Shaman and they need to kill the Tide. If those two die during the BKB charges of TA and the Jug, I think it's really
But
good.
RNG's positioning is perfect.
They spot out the Underlord, but
It's on Gyro, too.
Blizzy wants something
this is
more.
a great ward by RNG on the high ground. This is so awkward.
Lana with the initiation on Lana Blizzy.
Nice Glimmer Cape's gonna hide him, but he gets dusted up. Nice Shackle, it's gonna be a full duration. Destruction's gonna stop it. He's gonna get his BKB popped, and his blink gets cancelled, so he doesn't hold the gyro.
The only
Gyro's
slash
taking
is
so
there.
much damage. Someone needs to help him out. DD popped on the TA, he's gonna go on the gyrocopter. Gyro's
the
still
first
walking
hit missed.
away. He's getting
Oh, there's a
misses.
splitter.
Nice call by Blizzy. So much damage from the Earth Splitter. Oh my god, they're gonna have the Underlord out, but they're winning the fight.
The DD from
Oh.
Magical did so much there.
That was a fun fight. Both teams are very scared to initiate, but playing with trees and waiting for the right moments, and pretty good trade. Here's a replay once again.
The gyro took so much damage at the start of the fight.
Oh, yeah, it was like
they had to walk over to him.
Oh, look at
But
that
he was
miss.
It was so lucky. he
solo
missed
Omni Slash.
2 or
Great.
3 hits
Earth
in a
Splitter
row.
comes in and acts at the perfect time, jumps in to keep them locked down to guarantee
Yeah.
the Earth Splitter hits, and that turned the fight around in a big way. If not for that, they definitely wouldn't have been comfortable continuing the fight.
Blizzy so close to living there.
Setsu was really, really, really low. Good
I
fight.
think the DD on the TA was really massive for Navi that fight. Having it bottled and ready to rock and roll, they instantly killed the gyro with those couple slashes. I think if his Tidehunter or Underlord walked over to him at the start of the Omni Slash, you know, they tanked a little damage, I think they would have wiped the team.
It seemed like they were maybe scared to do it because of Soulbind or something like that. It's one of those times where you just, it's not safe to go in. It was actually pretty tanky. Yeah, he picked up the Manta, which helped in that top fight. He's got Butterfly too, so.
It also lets him split, so the Omni Slash is going to hit some illusions. If he times it properly, you can actually break the Omni Slash, so it doesn't jump to you.
Yeah, because there's no correct targets, correct?
But it's really hard now because it's based on attack speed instead of set intervals.
Shadow Demon here.
Is he just chilling?
Split pushing with his illusions.
What if that
I think.
Shiva's just hit him?
Then he would be
the
dead.
smoke.
It didn't pop on anyone, so that's a little
Yeah,
lucky.
I don't think he saw it. Vision pretty crap for a dire team right now, actually.
Dude, bot lane, there's just a line of TA traps.
Yeah.
There's like
There's
8
a few.
traps in a row.
Magical does this a lot. He keeps these traps to keep the split push up.
Just goes to the lane, does pushes it where it matters, I guess.
So Underlord hit level 25, he got the root. So anytime that the BKBs are down, Navi is not moving.
2.6, yeah, that's a lot of root.
And it's a 1 second downtime between the
This is going to be a really important Roche. Navi is going to have to fight for this one.
This is third Roche, right? So it's going to be the Ags or Refresher Shard. I think the Refresher Shard is big for RNG.
Yeah.
The Ags is really good, I think, on the Grimstroke this game. To get a Gyrocopter.
Why is the gyro illusion important? It probably doesn't get side gunner, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. But
And he has all these, like, he's got some good damage, but it's also like, actually, his right click's actually okay.
he's a D room, so.
We gotta watch Blizzy in this key engagements here. He wants like not the fatties, not the ties, not
They know.
not the pit
They're
not the
fishing
under
for him
roads.
with traps here.
Oh, if they kill this. Oh, a nice two-man call
Oh,
on the gyro.
two-man
the
core.
Oh,
this
this
guy is
guy!
getting so low.
Oh, they're taking so much damage. Monet is instantly dead. The Underlord is going to keep fighting. The supports on Navi are going to go down on the backline, though. A nice Earth Splitter is going to catch Jug and Axe, but the Healing Word is just going to heal them up. The Omni Slash is going to try to do some damage, but it's doing almost nothing. It goes over. Lanham's still alive in the middle of the fight. Flyby, but nice call on 2 by Blizzy. Nice chop. Lanham goes down instantly. Buyback. Underlord knows that the fight's over. He's going to have to ult out. It should go out. No one else is going to die. Nice.
I have no idea how close that was, to be honest. Gyro got blown up so fast. It looks like he was kind of close to
I think it was a
buyback.
Sideblade, right? Was hitting 2 people at once at the start of the fight.
I mean, she must have gotten a crit or something when she
Yeah.
first jumped in.
Yeah, she got a crit. If Zayak didn't die there,
It was yeah, that was a crit. I think
Yeah.
it might have been Soul Catcher too. They
No,
Soul
he's got
Catchered
BKB.
crit.
He had BKB active. I think it was just Melt Strike crit or something like that.
It was a
that was
nice
a crit.
stomp on the Jug to stop the Jug from initiating at the bottom of the fight at the start.
Kill the
Earth
Great Stroke
Splitter
on the side.
didn't do much because of the Healing Ward. The Healing Ward lived a really long time in the fight.
wait, there's a huge pickup.
We got a Roche fight going on in live game here. Crystallize getting
Crystallize is
cleaned
going
up.
dead.
He does have buyback.
Can they catch Magical? You does have a BKB.
He does not have buyback, but he escapes just in time.
Buyback from the BT. They're gonna catch Shadow Demon too.
Oh no, that's a dieback. In the last team fight too, he couldn't get off anything due to Lanham's shackles. And I think he is the key hero to take down Tide and the Underworld.
Roshan is up, so RNG is gonna take a free Roche, I think. Blizzy is up. We know how Blizzy is around these Roche pits, but is he gonna get there in time? The shrine is dead, so he has to walk all the way there. I think Navi has conceded the Roche.
No. It is a Refresher Shard, so pretty good for Flyby.
Yeah, they're gonna have 2 Ravagers for the next fight. Does he have a, if he has a Ghost Scepter, he might have 2 Ghost Scepters as well.
He does, yeah.
So, should be nice. The Guardian Greaves, you can't heal twice, but you can give mana twice, and I believe it does dispel you twice. So, some nice interactions there. But they give the shards to Lanham as right now.
Interesting.
He gave it away to Flyby, I
Okay,
believe. So
yeah, I was going to say. I'm surprised.
the cheese is still backpacked by Gyro. They might give it to the Tide or the other Titan or even the Underlord. They have a lot of really tanky heroes, but the important thing right now is they kill these traps, I think. Nice. The traps are all dead. Otherwise, their creep wave would have.
Blizzy
not
is
made
in
it.
a good position.
is all about Blizzy falling. Hex Grimstroke's going down on the backline. He doesn't have
Oh my
buyback.
god.
Oh
That's
no.
some damage. They're not ready to go. Blizzy sitting back.
There's no tier 2 bot. They can go for Megas.
It's gonna be a 5v3. It's gonna be a rough one. With
Blizzy
Aegis
has
too.
Blizzy and Juggernaut have buyback. They're gonna get Hex. Oh, nice Ravage. It only catches the Jug though. He's gonna refresh her. Only the Jug too. He does have buyback though. Jug's instantly gonna buy. Mone's going taking so much damage to the backline, but Magical
he
no
has
BKB
Aegis.
or buyback. Blizzy's gonna go down, and he buys back with Magical. Oh, Magical now is buyback. Crystallize is really deep in. He still has Omni Slash. Really pop it. He has the back.
They're also tanky. Like it feels
They're
like he
losing
doesn't
the
have an
racks.
opportunity to Omni Slash over here.
Call him Monet, but
It's
Blizzy has
okay.
no BKB.
No Blade Melt either. Just
Jarrow's
gets
doing
an
so much damage though. Flyby stuck on the back line.
the flag. Omni Slash gonna
Omni
buy him
Slash
some
doing-
time.
It's doing nothing though. Crystallize. Oh, he's gonna try to spin out, but I think he might just get chased down. ET or GG's called by Snako.
Jug actually felt so useless this game damage wise. I don't know what it was. Maybe the fact that he went like number one, he's against an Underlord, so he's already losing like 40% of any agility based damage he buys. And then there's also like